Clarify, when I said do you need to share your screen? Like I was talking about in Discord. Do you need to go live, like share anything for map or fight or anything like that?
No, you guys have gotten pretty good at using the map system inside of D&D Beyond. So I've stopped sharing for that. For my screen, excuse me, in my stream, I'll pull it up so people can see it, but you guys you have access to maps, so you can jump in there. So I won't need to stream at all.
They put maps in now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyways, I got an email from Armor Class, and they're like, "Hey, normally these are $10 sets of dice, and they're probably dog shit dice, but they're like, it's $3 for a set." So I was like, "All right, fuck it." I bought 3 extra pairs of dice and waiting for them to come from China.
That's
So
the problem.
question, I hit start on because it's you hit the launch game thing, and it says that I have to wait for the DM to start the game session.
Yeah, I haven't started it yet.
Gotcha.
It keeps you out of there so that you don't jump in and ruin all of my hard plans that I've done. Right. Everybody ready? Is Shane pooping?
No, but I feel it building, baby.
Oh boy.
Build, baby, build.
Oh yeah. It's about to be a geyser.
Yeah. I hate it here.
It's a reverse bidet.
Yeah, honestly.
Gross. Okay.
It's a boudet.
Doki. All right. So we start again. A new day. We've actually pushed forward a couple of days. The last time that we met, you guys had acquired a loan from the Castellanters, and in doing so, had gone to the guilds and signed up to get guild membership and to begin repairs on the Troll Skull. Those repairs started very quickly. They had been pretty much awaiting the call. And additionally, you went and spoke with Mert and provided him with some information that he had been requesting from the draft horse Maxine. In doing so, you spoke with both Mert and Rainier and started uncovering some information about some of the darker dealings that are happening in the city, especially in line with the grand game. You learned about the Stone of Golor, and Rainier had advised you that after his capture and subsequent rescue from you at the beginning of the campaign, he went back to where he'd been captured. He did find a mourning locket that he had been given after his mother had passed. He found that there was a hidden compartment inside of it he was unaware of, and that hidden compartment appears to have been empty. Afterwards, you all went home, and both Juniper and Elena managed to find Jenks back in the fort that he had set up, that him and the other urchins had set up. And after that conversation, the 5 of you decided that you would be quote-unquote adopting the urchins, and they would be staying at the Troll Skull. So that brings us to today. We have a bit of a time skip. We know that repairs for the Troll Skull are going to take about 12 days. It has been approximately 7. About halfway through your renovations. And the 5 of you wake up. What do you do to start your morning?
I'm gonna head downstairs and I'm gonna start making breakfast for everybody while they slowly wake up for breakfast.
Roland is gonna make his way downstairs and look for Obi and get him some food and some water, some fresh food, fresh water. Get him set up while everybody comes down.
Okay. You head down, and while you're getting the bowls and everything together, you don't really see Obi anywhere. As soon as you scoop out some of the is it dry food or wet food that you have for Obi?
It is dry food.
Okay. So as soon as it's like ding 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 into the bowl, you hear like meow from around the corner, and then jumps up onto the counter and kind of like nuzzles into your hand and starts eating out of the bowl.
I'm gonna sit there and give him some scratches.
It's everyone else.
So,
doing.
I'll go ahead.
Unless you have something else you want to add.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask. Well, hey, Voldred, what are you making?
Muted.
Just making some fresh scrambled eggs and some bacon. Can't find the toast though. If you can find a loaf of bread to make some.
I can try. I'm gonna go down I'm assuming the cellar is where we keep the food.
You've got food in your kitchen. You guys decide if you want to have food in the cellar.
Yeah, I'm assuming he said he didn't find it, so I'm gonna go down to the cellar and look to see if there's a loaf of bread.
Okay.
And then I'll let others.
All right, you head down. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Investigation. 11.
Okay. Yeah. It takes you a little bit. It's early in the morning, so it's still very dark in there. But you take a look around. You're eventually able to light a candle, and you find some bread on one of the back shelves. Let me see here. Hold on. Where are my D4s? Okay. There are 2 loaves. The one on the left you do see is getting a little moldy on the end. The one on the right looks like it's a pretty solid wrapped up loaf of bread.
Since I was a poor, I'll grab the moldy one and kind of just like brush off the mold and bring it up.
Okay. Make a survival check.
Say 15.
Okay. Yeah. You're able to kind of you're like brushing it off. You see it's kind of starting to go through, and so you manage to just tear off just exactly what you need to tear off to get rid of the moldy part, and the rest of it is still good. So you lose just a little bit.
Go ahead and take it upstairs to Bolden.
Why, I see you found a nice loaf of bread there. Did you get a little hungry on the way up?
Yeah, I did. Took a bite. It was delicious.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the loaf of bread from him, and I'm gonna start making slices and preparing them to put in or get them all toasted up for breakfast while waiting for everybody else to come downstairs.
Okay. So we got Voldred and Roland. What's everyone else doing?
I'm heading down for breakfast and coffee.
Okay.
Same. I'll make my way downstairs.
Somebody's knocking on my door. What the fuck?
Okay. So Tollimer and Elena head on down. You walk in, and the only one still looks like is up in their room is Juniper. Juniper, what are you doing up? Are you still sleeping, or?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I said I came down already.
Oh, no. Okay.
I didn't hear you.
All right. So all 5 of you are down. And just eating away at breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm going to go get a wine glass. Put a little bit of wine in it and set it on the mantle of the fireplace as an offering to the house ghost.
Okay. All right. So Voldred, make a performance check. Juniper, make a persuasion check with advantage.
18.
Okay.
23.
Okay. So Voldred, the breakfast you make is very solid this morning. Very well made, not over toasted. All of the food you have is the exact perfect temperature, perfect consistency, very good. Juniper, you put out you said a goblet of wine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you keep an eye on it throughout. At no point do you see like wine disappearing from it or coming out of the glass, but at one point when you look, you could swear that you kind of see just like a simple shiver of the glass, and when you look close you can kind of see it looks like the wine is just kind of rotating a little bit.
Well, beans.
Awesome. All right. So you guys eat breakfast, getting started. Kind of start chatting about what's going on for the day. And then you hear a knock at the door.
I'll go get it.
Okay. You open it up.
Mm-hmm.
And you see haven't seen her for a little bit, but you see the familiar face of Obaya Uday standing at the front door. She says,
Brian, come on in.
Oh, thank you, Ptolemy. It's so good to see you. She walks in and falls behind you. She closes the door. Kind of shakes off her traveling coat. She looks at the five of you all down. She goes, good morning. I'm sorry to bother you unannounced. Are you all renovating?
We are.
Uh-huh. In the middle of.
I can see that. She tries, like, stepping over some of the debris and stuff that's there. Some of the paint cans and the tools that have been left over from the cruise overnight so that they can come back in. Kind of walks around a sawhorse that still has a couple of planks of wood that are being stained right now. And she says, well, that's good. The North Ward could always use another friendly establishment. Unfortunately, that's not what I'm here to discuss. I didn't expect to have to do this so soon, but I need to call in my favor for saving your Dragonborn friend.
Oh?
You see, the Temple of Joaquin is setting up a remote location in Ironspine Keep, which is located in the western Heartlands. Ironspine is currently undergoing reclamation and repairs after the keep has stood abandoned for decades. We've recently received reports from the field that there is almost looks like an army amassing nearby to try and take the stronghold, and I need the five of you to help protect the people and the emissaries of the Temple of Joaquin should trouble arise.
When do you need us to leave?
She goes ahead and reaches into her pack, and she pulls out a couple bottles of like very expensive looking dye, and she goes, "That's the thing. I need you to go now." And she immediately like takes a kneel on the ground and takes out a paintbrush and starts dipping in this dye, and she starts working on drawing a circle on the ground.
Well, let us grab our things.
I do appreciate it.
Will you take care of Obi for me?
Of course. One will be very happy to have a friend again. He has been slightly melancholy since he last saw Obi.
Yes, he's quite a character.
So I've heard. She's working away on the ground while the two of you are talking, and starts making these intricate symbols around, going around the edge of the circle so that it's very similar to a clock, right? Going along the edges at one point, starts crisscrossing through the circle, making different geometric shapes inside of it. She is about to finish up, just kind of doing like finishing touches on some of the symbols. And she says, I'm going to need you to meet up with Koli Halvashah upon your arrival. She's expecting you. Let her know the temple will also be sending some assistance through shortly to help with the defense. As Obaya rises from drawing the circle, she stands and closes her eyes and begins to recite the necessary incantation. It takes about a minute, and you guys don't really see anything happening during this time. But as she finishes, as she's getting close, you see suddenly that dark ink on the ground begins to glow. And you hear a faint humming coming from all around you that suddenly flashes into a complete silver circle, blazing around the edge with a fiery blue border. The flames around it go about this high, about 8 inches in the air, and it's the silver inside of it just slowly rotates. As soon as you step into the circle, it will take you to Ironspine Keep. They are expecting you.
I'm going to kind of go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna grab a couple of pieces of bacon and throw them between 2 pieces of toast, and grab my coffee cup, and with sandwich in one hand and coffee in the other, I'll step in.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to kind of just not even have it, like, I'm just going to have 2 handfuls of bacon, as it's my favorite food, and kind of step into it with 2 handfuls of bacon.
Okay. As the 2 of you step in, your vision, you see the fireplace in front of you. And as you take your first step into the circle, your vision instantly changes, pure white. And you feel as if a fishing hook has hooked through your stomach and around your spine. You feel this intense pulling you forward. And you see flashes and glimpses of forests, cities, mountains, plains, rivers, and lakes passing you by. You're abruptly brought to a halt, and you sway hard on your feet, even though you realize that you don't have any forward inertia that's actually pushing you forward. And you blink as the bright sunlight of the day blinds you, and you look around to gain your bearings. Do the rest of you follow through?
I do.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, all 5 of you step through. You all go through the same experience.
This place is called what again?
This is Ironspine Keep. Around you, gone are the tight confines of the city. Gone, even, is the snow that has pervaded your time in Waterdeep this past 10 days. Instead, you look around and see tall, towering trees surrounding the high stone walls of what you can only assume is Ironspine Keep. You stand, based off of the location of the sun, in front of the eastern wall of the keep, looking at an open, 20-foot tall set of gate doors. From inside, you can hear the sounds of repairs and the voices of workmen and women. You see some tents that are set up outside of the walls that are providing shade to a few soldiers and workers who are cutting wooden beams, hammering metals, leaning over tables and discussing blueprints. As you all start to appear, your presence begins to attract attention. You see a few workmen look up and in your direction, and then see a ladder of hand signals, whistles, and hup into the fortress. A few moments later, a stout halfling wearing plate armor walks out of the fortress entrance and begins heading in your direction. She raises her hand in greeting and says, such lucky timing. I'm Corley Halvacher, representing the Lord's Alliance. You must be the group that Obaya said she'd be sending.
Yeah, she did say to find you.
Wonderful. It's really good to have you here. We need you. The situation here has gotten much worse lately. I'll fill you in, but first, please tell me a bit about yourselves.
We're known as the Troll Skull Travelers. We own the Troll Skull. We're fixing it up, but we're also adventurers and can help others in need.
That's amazing.
Sometimes
I have no
for
idea
favor,
what
but
that
sometimes
is.
for profit. Oh, well, I mean, it's an inn. You're welcome to stop by. It's in Waterdeep. Myself, I'm Tollimer. I'm in charge of like the finances and tax code. If you want to talk about tax code, at some point we could get into that.
Wow. No.
You say that now, but you might change your mind.
I handle the defense of the keep behind us, but I can always get you in contact with like the bursar to handle.
Well, I handle the defense of our finances.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, same page then.
Pretty much.
Anyways, my name's Voldred. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. She's like looking up at you, like craning her head back because you're so much taller. And what do you do, Voldred?
I dabble a little bit of this and a little bit of that,
Shoots
and
fireballs
Eat
out
a
of his
shit
ass.
ton of eggs.
Wow.
Yeah,
but I have
you're
bacon.
chicken.
But
He eats
as
a
I have,
lot of eggs and he puts fireplaces.
I heard there's a shortage on those right now. They're really expensive.
well, when you have your own chickens at home, maybe you can, wild ones even. You can find eggs around.
Hide your chickens.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And somebody said that you shoot fireballs?
And then, as he says, I'm gonna go ahead and like light a fireball in my hand and kind of juggle it over to the other hand and kind of like just catch it and hold a ball of fire in the left hand.
Okay. She's like, "Wow, that's cool. We're probably gonna need that. So that's great. What about you, ma'am?" She looks at Elena.
What do I do?
Yeah. Who are you?
I'm Elena. Sorry.
Hi, Elena. I'm Corley.
I'm gonna reach out or extend my hand out to shake hands.
She shakes yours.
Mhm. I'm not nearly as cool. I do not shoot fire out of any orifice of my body.
Well, maybe one day. Nice to meet you. What about you, ma'am? Looking at Juniper.
I'm gonna extend my hand. I'm Juniper. Lovely to meet you. And then I'm gonna turn her hand over and look at her palm. A very long lifeline. You'll survive. We've got this.
Oh, wow, that's good to hear. I appreciate that. She's like, interesting. I never knew. Well, it's so good to meet you. And what do you do besides tell fortunes? Oh, okay. And you can. I need before I even get to rolling. I need a fucking group like persuasion check with disadvantage, real quick.
I got an 11.
Yeah.
You got a 7.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Hold on. For some reason, I'm logged out of my thing. Hold on one second.
That's okay. I'm gonna tell you, you guys failed before we even got to you. So you could tell, like, she's like looking around at everyone, kind of like, okay. And she looks finally at you.
Listen,
Roland.
we just woke up. We hadn't even had breakfast yet, and we have been summoned here. And she's like rubbing her face as she's talking. We are not yet. Forgive us. We are usually much more on it.
Okay,
Don't mind it.
This was kind of like a last minute. We were just
Elena
told
here
literally
is the
10 seconds
finest
ago.
with a bow. You do bow, right, Elena?
Yes.
Yeah, bow, fantastic.
I just try to keep the cutting myself out of it, you know.
Absolutely. Wasn't
Okay.
gonna mention it, darling. Our lovely dragonborn here, as we've stated, is really good with fire. Ptolemy, fantastic with a knife. Amazing skills. It's an
I
axe.
also
isn't it?
him, and then like my Mastiff Steel Defender will kind of like walk up behind me.
Okay.
I was like, I made him. He's very helpful in battle.
That he does look like he'd be helpful in battle. Yes. And what about you, sir? Looking at Roland.
Well, I'm Roland. Obaya is like a mother to me, and I'm pretty much the reason why we are here currently.
Okay. Well,
He's really good at punching things.
that is also more than likely going to be very useful.
And if you need anybody healed, I can help with that.
Okay.
So, what is it that you're needing our assistance with today?
Well, here's the thing. Recently, we have been noticing some evilness inside the forest. Not entirely sure, but we did receive a message. And as she goes to begin telling you about this, a light from behind your backs shines on Corley's face. And she looks around you, like trying to look between legs and stuff, because most of you are taller. She looks around you towards the teleportation circle behind you. She goes, speaking of Obaya, that must be her mercenary right on time. As you turn, you see a bright, shiny humanoid figure begin to appear in the circle. A sudden flash of light blinds you, and you all look away for a second. As you look back and your vision clears. Joe, please describe to the party what they see in front of them.
All right. They see a tall, elvish arcane archer by the name of Zephyrin.
Okay. What do you say as you walk through the circle? Corley looks over to you and says, Zephyrin, it's about time. Obaya said that you'd be coming through.
Apologies for the late arrival. I got held up on the way here.
That's okay. Better late than never. At least you got here before all the festivities.
I look around. I say to everyone, nice to meet you all. I'm looking forward to our adventure.
Nice to meet you as well. Name's Baldjune.
I'll
I'm gonna
extend my
nod
hand. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just gonna nod my head in acknowledgement.
Yeah, I'm gonna extend my hand, and it's gonna be a card for Trollskull Manor. Tullamore Bloodforge, Trollskull Manor. Also, adventure, fighter of attacks, enemies.
You guys go about your introductions. Zephyrin, you're given a card by Voldred. You want to take that? You do live in Waterdeep.
I take it.
Perfect. So after the introductions are complete, the six of you look back to Coralie, who gives you a slightly grimmer smile. She beckons you into the fortress with her. Coralie leads you into... Holy cow, everything is like flipping around.
This is what the card looks like.
Perfect. There you go, Joe. That's the troll skull card you were just given. You guys head through the east gate, and Coralie leads you. She takes a right and leads you north through the fortress. Workers repair walls, stack spears, and sharpen swords. She says, 5 great cities of the Sword Coast have combined forces to restore this fortress. We expected it would give us better visibility into trouble on the frontier, but it seems that the Red Wizards of Thay don't want us here. You were asking about what we expect. Earlier today, an image of the vile necromancer Zaz Tam, leader of the Red Wizards, appeared in the sky above the fortress. He commanded that everyone in the fortress flee or face his army. Coralie gestures at the workers with pride. We won't be bullied, and we won't abandon a stronghold that the Red Wizards might use as a foothold in the region. We're staying. But we don't have many soldiers. I don't even have any squires to help me. So we need you. You gather. Give me a group perception check real quick.
10.
11.
10.
6. I'm too busy being enamored with our new friend.
Okay.
21.
Okay. You all gather, except for Juniper, who's, like you said, a little enamored. You gather during the walk that the Lord's Alliance reclaimed the fortress only a few days ago, and didn't expect such an immediate and overwhelming attack. So it's still in disrepair. Old cracks mar the stonework, and once fitted stones are uneven. Tough weeds sprout throughout the fortress. Thick brush has grown far closer to the walls outside than any reasonable defender would normally permit. As you walk along the perimeter wall of the northern section of the keep, you pass 5 separate siege weapons, all of which have a flag of their respective city flying above it. Let's get a history check from everybody.
17.
14.
3.
16.
16.
Okay.
Oh, 15.
Okay. So, Voldred, you're able to very easily make out the flag of Waterdeep, the city of Waterdeep. The other ones, though, because your travels haven't really taken you to those cities, you don't really recognize the flags. You recognize the names as you go by and hear about them. You just don't recognize the flags. Everybody else, you recognize the flags of the cities of Neverwinter, Mithril Hall, Baldur's Gate, Waterdeep, and Silvery Moon. Crews of masons and workers toll away at each zone. Speaking of which, everybody but Joe, just give me a straight D20 roll real quick.
Done.
16.
Roland got 14.
Okay, was that Juniper with a 6?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see for Elena. Okay, so
Oh, I'm back. What can I roll?
okay, I'll give it to you then. Go ahead and
Okay.
roll a d20.
D20. Okay. What did you get?
Okay.
You got a 7.
You and Juniper, I need you to do rollies. Roll a d20 again.
Okay.
By the way, question: since we stayed the
9.
night at the Troll Skull for the night, is that considered a long rest for us?
11.
Overnight?
It's been a week. It's definitely a long rest.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
So
Ooh.
Elena got an 11.
Yeah.
Who had the highest one? Who can go through the history and see?
I think it was me with the 16.
Okay.
Yeah, he had 16.
All right. Give me a number 1 through 4.
2.
2. Okay.
Mhm.
Who was next?
Me.
Okay.
I out of 14.
Or no. Roland, yeah, 14.
Roland.
Roll
Then
at
me.
14. Great. 1 through 4, not 2.
Me 1 through 4?
Yeah.
Not 2. 3.
Who's next?
4.
Okay. And that's going to leave Elena with 1. All right. Sorry,
Oh, no.
Juniper. Unfortunately, that was the D20s. There's only 4 here, so I won't have you be picking.
No,
them.
I get it. It's fine.
Love
I'll
you.
just speech off of her.
I love you. All right. So, Corley says, scouts have identified an army of skeletons, zombies, and other undead that are headed this way. They'll arrive within the hour, probably in multiple waves. We need brave souls like you on the wall. Each city has reinforced a part of this fortress, and you'll be stationed in the Waterdeep defense zone on behalf of the city. As you guys head up to the top of the wall and start walking along the edge, the wide walkways ringing the fortress are made of crumbling stone. 3-foot-high battlements ring the exterior of the walkway, so facing the surrounding forest. Just so everybody knows, and I will try to remind you, but this is everyone's job to remember this, so if you want to put this in the group chat, you might want to do it. If you're on top of the wall and you're behind these battlements, you are granted half cover. Half cover is going to give you +2 to your AC and dexterity saving throws.
+2 to dex save.
Question:
Yes. Yes.
In AC.
does it count as full coverage for Juniper?
It does not.
Dude, she's so small.
It does not.
I don't even know. That means none of your
Full
actions
coverage.
can
You have to
actually.
be behind a. You have to be in a box.
Fine. I hate it here. You never let me do cool stuff.
I always let you do cool stuff.
The worst.
Yeah. You know what, Juniper? You fall off the side of the wall,
That sounds like something Juniper would do.
and it hurts more because you're short. You have further to fall.
That's insane.
Speaking of which, there are no battlements or railings on the walkway interiors. The walkway is 20 feet above the ground.
You have a picture.
Of your current zone?
Of what the fuck this looks like. I'm struggling to imagine it.
Okay. Let's see here.
I think
You
what
have a picture now of
You have a
something.
picture. You have, yeah, you
You're
have a picture
showing
now.
one, which is pretty darn close. But here, let me grab this, and we will copy that, and we'll put it in here. Hopefully that goes through. It looks like it's a large image.
How big is it?
3.63 megabytes.
Yeah, you don't even get the bottom of the. It actually cuts it off.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Your guys'
Okay.
section, the Waterdeep section, is right here. So, as you can see, steep stone steps ascend to the walkways from the fortress interior. Additionally, each walkway has 2 coiled rope ladders that can be thrown over the battlements to access the exterior if needed.
Okay.
So, while she's escorting you to your selected defense zone, to Waterdeep, Coralie answers any questions that you may have. So what questions do you have for her?
So she just wants us to protect this specific corner.
Correct. We have a few soldiers that are ready to stand guard on the battlements. A few doughty workers have agreed to take up spears and crossbows in defense of the fortress as well. We're spread thin in our other sections, so we will not be able to give you any support.
Oh, I understand that we have this fortification, but I'm quite useless up here.
Our scouts haven't been able to get too close, but they say we'll face dozens or even hundreds of skeletons and zombies all around this part of the fortress. They have a few wagons or perhaps large creatures with them. That's not clear. But I have a feeling that you'll be close enough to them, close enough. Additionally,
In due time.
yeah, I've had conflicting reports about the Horde's leader, but it's some kind of a ghost or creature made up of dark mist.
Like we saw in the cornfield.
A shadow?
We don't know, but I think we're going to find out.
I see we have a cannon. Do we have ammunition for our cannon?
So, this right here is Waterdeep's siege weapon. You guys see a small bronze cannon. It's inlaid with these arcane runes, and it's mounted on a heavy tripod. This is the storm cannon that was given to us by Waterdeep. Here, let me show you something here. Voldred, could you pick up one of those balls there? And there's like it looks kind of like a cannonball size ball. This also has, you can see like it's inscribed with runes on it.
I'm going to go ahead and kind of pick it up, kind of look at the runes on it, and kind of hand it over to him while looking at the runes on the side of the ball.
Okay, so you pick up that ball, you hand it over to her. As you are handing it to her, you feel, you don't have hair, but you feel static electricity, right? And it's kind of like going across your scales, across your fingers. You are using the utilize action here. And as you go, she shows you, okay, here's how you load this. Go ahead and put this in. And so you go ahead and load this ball. She goes, okay, now you see that tree out there?
Mm-hmm.
Pointing into the forest. She goes, come over here. I'll show you how to trigger this. You go around the back. There are 2 large levers on the side. In front of those levers are 2 handles, right? So you're able to move it on the tripod and get an aim. You grab onto the levers, and she goes, when you're ready, and you pull back. The cannon, you see it go, and you watch a charged ball of lightning go out towards the tree. You see this lightning and sparks come flying off of the tree as you strike it. She goes, "This is the storm cannon. It's not as structurally strong as some of the other siege weapons we have out here, but this thing really hits." So
I think it'll be just fine for us over here.
perfect. She says, so kind of looks at the sun and looks around. She goes, if you need, we do have there's a stall in the middle of the fortress. We do have a potion maker that's here that does sell potions. If you have something that you think that you might need, I would go check with them. Otherwise, I do need to go work on fortifying the rest of the fort.
Okay.
So, do you guys want to go see the potion maker? Or are you ready to stay along the walkway?
I wanted to see the potion maker.
Okay.
Same.
All right.
Potions are fun.
Yeah, we'll go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, the 6 of you head down. She, as you're walking behind Coralie, she points over. You see a little stall. It's got a shade over top of it. As you walk up, there's a robed man, tall, humanoid, not like your standard human, right? Has a very long white beard, and you can tell when you look closely, the end of his fingers are like blackened from, it looks like frequent burn marks. But as you walk up, he goes, hello. Are you looking for some potions?
Yeah. What kind of potions are we do we have available for us today?
So you see on his table in front of him, he has several that are there. He goes, I'm not going to be here very long, but I do have a few things for the assistance of the fort, if you have the money for it. Brings out a couple of bottles of red liquid, which you guys are pretty familiar with at this point. You see that one is a potion of healing. The other one, which is larger, is a potion of greater healing. There are a couple others that he has. He has one that it's a black liquid, and you see these thin yellow streaks that are just constantly like whoosh, 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 around the bottle. There's another one which I believe you guys might be familiar with. It's kind of a greenish potion, has a large fingernail inside of it. He says, this one here is a potion of speed. This one here is a potion of hill giant strength. And then this one, he pulls out another one. He said, this one's a potion of climbing. I've got 2 of the greater healing potions. I've got 3 of the regular healing potions, and I've got 1 of each of the others.
At a heavy discount because we're assisting, correct? She smiles at him.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Eight.
Okay. He says, listen, I'd love to, but I'm leaving pretty soon. So if you're staying, you're the one who needs the potion.
I'm going to kind of look at him and be like, you do know, if you want to continue with business with us, it'd be a little bit more appreciated for us saving, this fine establishment here, and you'd be able to keep your stand and keep selling here in future references. And, if we ever pass through again, I would make sure to purchase from you again.
You can make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh.
Since Juniper already tried.
Okay. Where am I here?
useless.
So you roll it twice and take the lowest, or just right-click the thing. Yeah.
16.
At disadvantage.
Yep.
Okay. That one he's like, look, I can give you 10% off.
I'll take it.
Okay. Potion of climbing, 50 gold. Potion of healing, 50 gold. Potion of greater healing is 250. The potion of hill giant strength is 500 gold. And the potion of speed is 5,000 gold. As you are talking, Corley does come running back over to you, and she goes, by the way, I totally forgot. I don't know if I had let you know, but Ironspine Keep is pretty important to keeping this area of the world safe, especially with what we want to do moving forward. The city of Waterdeep has authorized us, because this is as dangerous as it is. Each of you are going to be receiving 1,000 gold hazard pay should you survive. So just want to let you guys know. Bye. And she takes off.
I'm gonna purchase 2 healing potions.
Okay.
And the climbing one.
Okay. So that is going to be regular healing potions. That's 100 gold for the 2, and the potion of climbing is another 50. So 150 gold.
Do I have that?
Yeah, I've just got 26 gold.
I'm gonna drop a healing potion.
Okay.
Is that the 10% discount?
It's not. So with the potion of healing, the one of them, it would be 45 gold. The potion of climbing would also be 45 gold, so 90.
Is Tolimer with us?
Yes.
Hey, sugar daddy.
I need 15 gold, please.
Our gold is at home.
I'll just take the climbing one. It's fine.
I'm kind of overhearing, and I kind of look at her, and I'd be
I
like,
can lend you gold. Like, it's just my own. Like, we don't have our money here, but I can lend you some. And it's fine. No interest.
Oh yeah, 15. Send me right now.
All right, so I'll fork over 15 gold.
Okay. And so that's just for the potion of climbing, or are you getting the health potion as well?
The hell was the potion of climbing 90?
45.
no, both the climbing, climbing and health
was
was
90 for
90 total for both.
Oh yeah, I'm getting both.
Like in total,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That's what I thought, because I have 80. So
Okay. Great.
Yes, you only need 10 gold, not 15.
shut up.
Stealing Tolimer's gold like that.
All right.
He's a
Potion of
giver.
climbing is out.
If she doesn't pay me back, I'm just taking that out of her cut from the bank. It's fine.
There are 2 remaining potions of healing, as well as 2 greater healing, and then the potion of speed, potion of hill giant strength.
How much is the hill giant strength?
5,000
500.
or no, 500.
Oh, I can't get that.
Zephyrin, you do have on your person, I didn't put it on your character sheet, you have 100 gold on you.
At 100.
Yeah. The sun is kind of starting to set in the sky as you guys are discussing.
Are you rushing us right now?
It sounds like it.
Are we being fucking rushed right now?
We Window of time is closing.
I'm on my phone.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Are you on your phone? Are you on your phone on the pooper?
No,
Oh,
my
come
Discord
on.
shut down.
Oops.
Mine did before too. I got kicked out of Discord.
Fine. All right, guys. Last call. Anyone buying a potion?
We're poor.
Okay. In that case, he starts to pack up, and he says, "Well, thanks for your business, but I've got to be going." And grabs his materials, throws them into a sack, and he disappears off into the night. Is there anything you guys want to talk about before we get going?
What does the strength potion do?
Okay. The hill giant strength that just left?
No, the climbing potion. Sorry.
Oh, the climbing potion. Okay.
That's what I got.
That is going to be potion of climbing. Let's see here. All right.
I guess I could have googled it too.
It's okay. That's why
You could've just
I
done it.
spent money to get this thing so I can look at it. It's in the free rules. When you drink this potion, you gain a climb speed equal to your speed for 1 hour. During that time, you have advantage on strength athletics checks to climb. Make a perception check for me.
Me?
Yeah.
I should have googled it.
Why?
10.
Okay. Excuse me. While you guys were out walking along the wall and looking over the battlements, you did notice that the fortress walls outside have a few handholds, so you can climb them with a successful athletics check. You would find that out in time what it actually is, but based off of that potion of climbing, you would have advantage on athletics checks if you needed to climb.
Okay.
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 Okay. All right. I saw the puppy.
Okay,
button.
okay.
Anything else?
Tucker. No.
Well, let's go see where our best placements are.
Okay. So you guys go ahead and head back through the fortress up to your wall. And you begin looking out at the forest around you. Right now, while the sun is starting to go down, like it's still pretty decently bright out. And you can see into the forest, but you can't really see too deep into it, too far into it. Suddenly, you hear scouts begin to shout from within the walls that the horde approaches. Distant shapes of skeletal soldiers and shambling corpses appear around nearby hills in several directions. And just then, a sickly black fog seeps from the ground in a ring around the fortress, obscuring everything more than a few dozen yards from the walls. Shouts of confusion echo through the fortress as no one can see the horde's movements. Soon, the horde's intent is clear, and you see undead lurch from the mist towards the fortress. I need another group perception check.
Got a 21.
9.
18.
19.
17.
Okay. You see. Why did my music not change? There we go. You begin to see multiple skeletons walking on their own. No meat on the bones, no tendons connecting them. But you begin to see them walk through the forest. And from behind them, you start to hear boom, 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 boom. And through the forest, you see two large ogres coming out of the fog. However, these ogres, you don't see the normal, like, greenish skin that you're used to, or the, like, concrete gray, bouldery skin, almost like an elephant that you would expect to see. These ones, you can see sections of skin torn off of them. You can see bones off of large chunks of meat that have gone missing from them. One of them, the entire bottom jaw has been just ripped off, one eye hanging from the socket, and they towards you. You can see, additionally, that each of those ogres have what looks to be a 20-foot tallish metal ladder affixed to their backs. The one of you who got a 21, you can see that those ladders are sunk into their skin with hooks that have just impaled them through their rotting flesh. Give me a second here, and we will roll for initiative. But nobody do it yet. Hold. Hold. Hold.
Hold the door.
Hold door. All right, let's see here. Let me zoom out. Y'all. Okay, it's this one. We're going to go ahead and start that session. Do a spectator view for the stream. I'll do that. There we go. Okay. All right. If you guys want to hop in there, we're going to go ahead and open this, add these tokens. All right. Now you guys can go ahead and roll for initiative. Also, I don't like this music. I'm going to change it because it's making me mad.
A 12 for me.
Me too.
Frenzies.
Apparently, I'm just not allowed to have cool music. Let's try this one. Let's try this. Okay. All right. Has everyone rolled for initiative?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We will go ahead and roll for these guys. Let me go ahead and ungroup them.
Joe, you're so quiet.
He might have to turn his mic up.
No, I'm just saying he doesn't even talk.
Me?
And
He's
yes,
learning.
interact.
He's still learning D&D.
He's learning. All right. Let's see here.
We talk a lot.
Well, I just realized I didn't roll. Sorry.
Do you see where you roll initiative?
Yeah, I see it now. I was gonna say I didn't have it, but all right.
Okay.
I got an 8.
Okay.
I got a 17.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
7.
I have a +2, so 14.
Okay.
Now we're not twinsies.
I know. I'm sorry.
Rude.
I'd take the help where I can get it though.
Did Roland roll?
I did a 7.
Okay. All right. And Vulture, you rolled as well?
7.
All right. We will go ahead
I
and
want to go first.
start combat. So let me see here. You see lumbering in. You can hear the clanking of bones and armor and swords running. Joe, do you see where to go into the maps? Do you see the maps right now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. Juniper, you are first. You have quite a few options in front of you, including the storm cannon. I will go ahead and provide you guys with something here. You're going to, just to make life a little easier for everybody. Okay. Putting that there for you.
Wait, sorry. Should I be able to see what Telemir sees?
Yes.
Okay, wait, sorry. How do I get there? I thought you were talking about the ones in the chat.
That's
In the
okay.
top right of your character sheet,
Yeah,
you'll see
top
the
right.
play button.
Hit it. Play next to where it says
shit.
campaign.
A forge, a cube, and then there's a play button.
All right, we're there.
So as I see them walking up, I'm gonna just shout out, we may need to take the big guys out first. They seem to be the avenue of getting up here.
On it, and Juniper's gonna go to the cannon.
Okay. So, as you can see in the description I put in the chat, aiming the storm cannon is going to require using the utilize action. Then a creature can take the lightning ball action. So loading and aiming is part of an action, or is an action, and then a second person can take the lightning ball action. So this is going to be, if you're using the cannon, a 2-person operation, or one person can do it, but it will take them 2 turns.
Okay.
All right. So you said you're going to go and aim the cannon?
I'm gonna load it.
You're
Or
loading
is
and
it already
aiming.
loaded?
We'll call
Yeah.
that together. Yeah, you're loading and aiming using the utilize action. For the interest of time, we will not worry about like rolling for loading. It's just you're spending your action, you're using that. Do you want to have anyone assist you or ask for assistance, or are you just going to prepare for your next turn to go ahead and fire?
Polymer's right next to me, so I'll probably just have him help.
Okay. All right. That's your action. You still have your bonus action.
For my bonus action, I'm gonna do Bardic Inspiration on Voltrude.
Okay. Awesome. D6, I believe.
It is a 1d6.
Cool.
And you can add it to an ability check, an attack roll, or a savings throw.
There you go. Voldred, keep track of that.
Okay.
Okay. That then will bring us to the skeletons. Let me see here. Okay. I remind everybody what about's to happen. You are on the wall. Skeletons are down below. We are going to call this half cover right now. So you all have +2 to your armor class at the moment. I'm going to basically work my way down from top to bottom based on where everyone has placed themselves on the map. The skeletons basically try to get a look at you and fire up. I will say because they don't have a good line of sight, and it's more fun this way. Every single one of them rolls at disadvantage. Ptolemy, that is going to be 16 to hit.
No.
Okay. Let's see, that's A. All right. Ptolemy, your Mastiff. That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
That one.
gonna be,
Not the pupper.
5 points of piercing damage. Okay, that was B. This is C. Juniper. 12 to hit. No, I'm sorry, 9 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. Heading down. Voldred. Natural 1. Zephyrin. 10 to hit.
I have a quick
Your armor
question.
class right next to your initiative, and then you
Oh.
add 2 to it.
Nope.
Okay. Question.
I messed up on my long rest, and now I only have 13 hit points. I thought I had 33.
Oh, you
What was
didn't.
that?
You forgot to unclick the thing.
I did.
You might want to go... I don't know, Jamie.
Fix that.
Maybe go back and check a stream. If you think you had 33, put 33. But
You know what? I'll do 25.
no,
And
put
look-
it back to where you were. What,
Okay.
what's your max right now?
13.
No, I mean like total possible HP is 33. Haven't we just been maxing? I haven't had you guys rolling, right?
We maxed this last one. You haven't
We
given us
max it,
any,
yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm at
stipulations
27.
on the next level.
Okay.
I'm
your-
at
your max-
27.
yeah, you go to your override HP, put in 33. You're doing your total possible HP. I'll do it. I'll show you how to do it
Thanks.
later.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, right. Back to this. A, B, C, D, E. Taking another shot. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zephyrin, that was a miss. Elena. That is 12 to hit.
No.
Okay, Roland. 16 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. That puts us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. We're going to go up this time since this is skeleton G or H that's doing it. It's the last one. It's going to go for Roland. That one is a 17 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. All right. So you guys get the initial barrage. All these arrows start coming through. And only the Mastiff manages to take an arrow. The rest of you kind of hunker down as the arrows go flying over your heads and come out relatively unscathed. Elena, you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Hellish Rebuke. So it stays with me, right?
It is a reaction to being hit.
Okay, so I have to wait to use it then.
Yes.
Okay. I will take out my crossbow.
Okay.
And gonna do Blood Curse of Bloated Agony and amplify it.
Okay. All right.
And I'm gonna go hit, or I'm gonna aim for Ogre A.
Ogre A. Okay.
Mhm.
Make sure to roll your Blood Maledict dice and remove those hit points. Since you're amplifying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just have to remember how to get there.
That is
Okay.
1d4 necrotic damage that you'll take.
Okay.
All right, Ogre A, go ahead and roll to attack.
2. Okay. 21 to hit.
Yeah, that absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll damage and make sure to add your blood maledict damage as well.
So 3, 5, and 1d8, right? So 3 regular, 4 necrotic.
Okay. So 7 points of damage.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Not there. Okay. So you guys watch as Elena takes the arrow. Actually, this time with her crossbow. Unless you have a way you want to describe how this blood maledict works.
It's just going to kind of generic do it. So just across my back as I pull out the arrow from what I don't know what to call
A
it.
quiver.
Hell yeah.
Quiver. There we go.
Perfect. So she takes the arrow, pulls it out, slices along her back as she does, and flings some of the blood from her back across the crossbow itself. And you watch as it kind of has like this fiery glow that goes around it and then fades into the wood. Pulls it back, takes her shot, sticks into the ogre zombie. Just kind of like sticks out of it, and you see like, and like this little like spot of necrotic energy kind of like bursts on the chest where it gets hit. And that is that. So that is your bonus action and action. Do you have any movement you want to take?
No, I kind of actually really like where I'm put right now, so I'm good.
Okay. Let me just see here. You have amplified it. Curse lasts for within duration. Disadvantage strength and dex checks. Takes 1d8 if it makes more than one attack on its turn. Great. Remind me of that. Remember, your curses are your responsibility to remind me of, okay?
Okay, I'm not seeing, by the way, the hit points updated. That's fine. I'm just going to track it manually as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you've added 33
Might just need to
temporary hit points.
refresh
I'm going to
her.
take those off. But you have updated. If you are or F5 your character sheet, it should pull up.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
You're welcome. No worries. Any movement? You said you're good there.
I'm good there.
Okay, cool. That then takes us to. Oh yeah, I'm good. Tolimer.
Gavin!
Okay, so you go ahead and you reach over at those levers. Juniper has loaded it and aimed it for you. Who are you aiming at? Who did she load you up to aim at?
Ogre A.
Perfect. You go ahead. You pull back. You hear the and it blasts forward. Go ahead and roll to hit. You will add 6.
It's a nat 20.
Nat 20?
That's a crit, baby.
You guys watch as this lightning bolt comes flying. Slow motion, right? You just watch this ogre's face. Gets hit by this ball of electricity and lightning. You watch as the skin completely blasts off the side. I need you to go ahead and roll 4d10, and we're going to duplicate that. Or you can roll 8d10. And
More dice, more better.
More dice, more better. Take the roll. 45 points of damage. Half of the head of this zombie absolutely disintegrates. You watch as the brain of the zombie actually starts to like slough out of the head, held on really just by the brain stem. It's literally kind of like hanging halfway out of this guy's head, and he and just keeps on walking towards you. Bonus action.
No.
Okay. Any movement?
I'm happy where I am.
Perfect. Let's see. That brings us to Mastiff, who really doesn't have anything they can do here.
So you're not going to let the Mastiff load the cannon, huh?
Load the
Won't.
cannon, Mastiff.
It like in like a robot voice to like a show of support.
What, he can grab a cannonball with his mouth. He's a robot. He's got extra strength.
True.
You see what I
But
mean,
not.
Joe? He never do anything cool.
You can try. You can certainly try.
He should roll like a what would it be? Like a
He's going to end up he's going to bite into a rune and explode. Then I'm going to lose my Mastiff. I'd rather not.
Listen, we're just trying for you, okay?
I know. It's going to go poorly.
All right. That then brings us to Ogre A. Ogre A has, let's see, a 30-foot move. Okay. Yeah, it just starts pushing through. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He is gonna take his dash action so he can get there on this turn. Basically just like start slamming through after just getting fried, just fucking fried, and like smashes into the wall. Voldred, you are closest to him here. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Nat 20, bitches.
Okay, all right. You feel the wall like shake by you, and it like actually pushes you forward. You stumble, and you catch on both sides of the battlement right there. And you're looking down, and you can see this ogre looking up at you, half of his face just destroyed. But you don't end up falling over or anything. So great catch.
Question: if he came up to me, is that is that opportunity attack only when they run away?
Only when they run away. But I like your,
okay.
I like your train of thought there.
Okay.
All right. So now that will bring us to Ogre B. We'll do the same thing. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, smashes into the wall there. Closest one to him is going to be Roland. Roland, I also need you to make a strength saving check.
6.
Okay. Yeah. You fall backwards and end up like falling on your butt. But you do not go over the wall. And that one was actually tougher because there's no like battlement on that side. It's like a low pony wall. But you do not go falling over. Also, let me just see here. Disadvantage strength takes 1d if it makes more than one attack. Okay, good. Lasts for a minute. Cursed creature can make a con saving throw at the end of each turn to end the curse. Okay, so Ogre, Constitution. Okay. He rolls a dirty 20. So the zombie A, Posty, rolled a dirty 20 on his Constitution saving throw to throw off the blood curse of bloated agony. So your curse does dissipate from that section where it got hit. The arrow's still there, but the curse has disappeared.
Raggedy.
Yeah. All right. So that's Ogre B. That brings us to Zephyrin. What are you doing?
All right, how messed up is this Ogre A?
Ogre A is looking pretty beat up. He's still, moving and grooving, but definitely has gotten. I mean, he's gotten all the damage so far, and he's bloodied.
All right. You said that face or his head's leaning halfway off, right? Almost off his shoulders.
Yeah, he's got like brain hanging out and just like he's really just kind of going from necrotic energy right now.
All right, I'm gonna move a little closer.
Okay.
Go ahead and make that move.
Yep.
We get about right
Each
here. Not
square
too
is
close.
5.
All right, so I'll just move about 5 feet, not too close.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my longbow.
Okay.
And I want to continue to just tear off that face.
Sweet. Go ahead and roll to hit with your longbow. So hit your, I think it's like +7 or something. Go ahead and hit that, and it'll roll automatically for you.
+9, don't shortchange me. I am an 18.
+9 with an 18. The ogre's, absolutely hits that ogre. Go ahead and roll damage with the longbow.
6.
All right. So you lean over the wall. You can get a decent look to look down at him. He's again just kind of just looking up. Then you just pull back and take your first shot into its head. It sticks right in. Boom. 6 points damage. You hear that again as it gets hit. What do you want to do from here?
I want to use second wind.
I would hold off on that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You haven't been damaged yet.
And
As an arcane archer, you can take 2 attacks per turn.
all right, so I'll take my second attack then.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll the hit again.
Is there a place where he can look to find that information?
If he's on
If he
D&D Beyond,
he can
you
click
just
right
click
on it, and it tells you everything. You just got to click on anything you want to know, and it tells you everything you click on.
Okay.
I was just looking for more direction for him.
So if I just left click on it,
Yeah, so like if you look at if you look at any of your actions that you're on, you can like click on it, like your dagger, and it tells you what you're doing. Like it tells you proficiency with a dagger allows you to add your proficiency bonus. You can use it 20 to 60 feet for range, and then if you do get a hit, it's a 1d4 plus 1. So you get up to 4 damage plus an additional 1 that it tells you if you're clicking on it. You know, kind of like if you go to like a spell. Like my spells I have that go up to 120 feet or they're 30 feet, and it tells you everything in there. Like it literally describes in it. So a thing is, when it's not your turn, I always advise like going through your spells and stuff and just reading them and just kind of getting to know them. It's how I learned, because this is my first D&D campaign. And when there's like big battles like this and there's so many opposing people before you and you're not defending, I would go through and kind of plan what your next move would be towards an enemy for an attack.
so appreciate that. Well, so I'm looking at this, but it doesn't tell me I get 2 attacks per turn.
When you go to actions, and at the very top under actions says attacks per action 2. So when you use the attack action, you get 2 attacks. It's really small print, like above dagger.
Yeah, at the very
and
top.
everything. It says actions and
I see
attacks
it.
per action 2.
Yeah, like
So
I get
when you use
1.
the attack action, you get 2 attacks.
Okay, got it. So then, okay, cool. Thanks, guys. So that last roll, I got 22.
Okay. So I will also ask you, if you're in your action section, if you scroll all the way to the bottom there, this is if you want to use it, because remember we talked about this, you can only use this twice per short rest. You do have that seeking arrow and that shadow arrow special, that arcane shot that comes from your arcane archer ability, if you want to use that for adding some damage.
Let's use that shadow arrow.
Cool. All right. So you said it was like 22 to hit originally?
Yep, 22.
Terrific. Okay. So go back up, roll your damage on your longbow.
Got an 8.
Okay. 8 points of damage there. Then at the bottom left of your screen, there's a little red dice. Go ahead and click on that, and then hit the second dice up from the little red circle. It's the D6. Hit it twice and hit roll.
Twice and then roll. I got an 8.
Okay. All right. So 16 points of damage. You take your first shot. Phew, it goes right in. You watch it enter. The second one, everyone around you can see that as you pull it back, this arrow becomes encased in shadow. It becomes this dark arrow, and it flies right in. This one, when it hits the ogre, additionally, this one, you watch that darkness explode around its face and wrap around the head of the ogre, doing 16 points damage total. That's a hell of a hit right there. That is your attacks action, and then just looking real quick,
The
your
ogre has
bonus
to make a
action. You're
saving
really
throw.
not going to have much in the bonus action for you right now. Second wind you could do later, but that's when you get hurt. So unless you got
Got
any
it.
movement, that'll probably be the end of your turn.
I kind of want to take 5 feet back again.
Okay. With this one, with that shadow arrow, plus he's down below, so I'm not going to be too crazy with this one, but let me see, wisdom saving throw. Ogre A, wisdom is a -2. It's a 9 on the wisdom saving throw. He just misses the save on that, so he can't see anything further than 5 feet away from him. You are more than 5 feet on that, so I'm going to say that avoids the attack of opportunity for that. So nice hit, and good job being able to just get away from it. All right.
Hey, yo, Elena, maybe you need to borrow his arrows.
Oh, kill him. All right, Roland, you are up.
Right.
Intense.
So I'm assuming the ogres are peeking over the wall. Is that or
They're not able to peek over the wall, but right now they are pushed up against it, and they are working on getting these ladders off of their back so that they can put those onto the wall.
okay?
If you're
I'm
trying
going-
to punch an ogre, I will allow it. I'll say you're able to swing through the battlement and get it.
Okay, yeah, because I don't have a lot of range, and I don't think I.
cool things. Yeah, I'll let you punch the ogre. We'll say
Wait,
like,
who's-
we'll say like the hands are coming over the battlements, right?
Okay, I can break their fingers.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I will run up to ogre B,
Okay.
and I'm going to do an unarmed strike.
Sick. Roll to attack.
Does a 25 hit?
I'm just barely.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, roll damage.
6.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going to follow it up with another unarmed strike.
Perfect. First strike comes down, hammer fist right onto its finger. Right. Your second strike, what'd you get? 9?
Yeah, I'm dominant with my right hand, and the left one just.
Believe it or not, the 9 hits.
Oh, okay.
So big ol' hands. Right? What are you just hammer fisting? Like one of the fingers?
Yeah, it just coming straight down.
Okay, all right.
Just
Yeah.
imagining the classic
alright,
cartoon
that's-
where the guy's on the ledge and then he's just prying the fingers up one at a time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the first one was a punch and the second one was a tickle.
Yeah.
That's just a 9.
Yeah,
6 points of
the
damage.
damage for that is just 6. Yep.
Okay. Dude, 12 points of damage. Just working on breaking this finger. Right? Like just fucking
You
trying
can't
to get
grab
this
that
thing out.
ladder.
Yeah. All right. That's awesome. Like that's a great attack. Is that your
That is action, bonus action, and I'm not gonna move.
okay? All right. In that case, that brings us to Voldred.
Kind of seeing after Zephyrin shoot the shadow area and covered him in the ogre in the shadow where he can't see 5 feet. I'm gonna kind of like charge up and I'm gonna cast my fire breath at him, and it's a dexterity 13 saving throw.
Okay. All right. On Ogre A, right?
Correct.
Okay. Dexterity, not this guy's strong suit. That is going to be -2. 5.
Does not save. So
Okay.
then he's gonna take an 8 damage of fire.
Okay. All right. 8 points of damage. What is the length on that fire breath?
That is 30 feet and 5 feet wide.
So a cone 30 feet, 5 feet wide.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Is it a cone or a line?
It just says
It's a line.
yeah, a line.
Okay.
30 feet long, 5 feet wide.
Okay. Where is...
Yep, there you go.
Okay,
Someone
perfect.
just put it in there.
Yeah. Perfect. I'll allow that, like B and C, if you're good with that.
Yeah, absolutely. The more
Okay.
the better.
Okay. So let me roll on.
They got to have a dexterity 13 saving for him.
Okay. They are a little better. So dexterity, first one rolls a 7. 14.
That the second one will save.
Okay, so
unless he's got a -2 on him, but no,
no. So
it's
B
13.
B
Okay.
failed, C succeeded.
And then on a successful throw, they take half damage.
Okay. So
They'll take 4.
okay.
Yeah, 8 is max, 4 is half.
Okay, so Skeleton B takes 8 points of damage. Skeleton C takes 4 points of damage. And then the Ogre, he also took 8 points of damage, failing his. So you, based off of the height difference, you kind of like, right, like bring your head up, and that fire breath just blasts down. You flamethrower down from the top of this castle wall, and just torch 3 of these bad guys in front of you. Juniper, did I hear you saying something?
Rope.
I forgot.
Okay, cool. So yeah, fucking amazing fire breath weapon right there. Anything additional for you?
I'm gonna take just a bonus action and step back 15 feet.
Okay. He is still blinded by that shadow arrow, so I'm gonna go ahead and allow that as well. Perfect. Okay. Hell yeah. So that then brings us down here. So we go next. That brings us back finally to the top of the order. Juniper, you're up.
Load the
We're
cannon.
loading another cannon.
You're loading another cannon. Okay.
You need a boost?
Boom.
All right.
Yes, please.
Additionally,
Always.
just for funsies here, I will allow it that if you want to trade with Ptolemy here and he loads and you fire, I will allow that.
I'm totally cool.
Okay.
I'm not upset at all on my job.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure. Like, I want everyone to have fun.
She's happy
so-
she gets
No.
to be the little helper that holds,
Yeah.
grabs
Are you
balls and
kidding
throws
me?
them in the
I'm
cannon,
just
and it's like,
Little
yeah, go,
bundle of
Talbot.
joy, just shoving cannonballs. This is amazing.
Okay, perfect. So you go ahead, that utilize action again. You've run over, you grab the ball out of Mastiff's mouth, who was sitting there like,
Good
You grab it.
boy.
and you load it up. Any bonus action for you?
Absolutely. I am going to do another bonus action of Bardic Inspiration, and this time it's going to go for I'll do it for Roland.
Okay. Roland, you've got a D6 for your next attack roll, saving throw, skill check.
Yay!
Okay.
So essentially, after she shoves the ball into the cannon, she goes back to playing her viol, and just this haunting melody.
Okay. All right. So, in the scary situation you guys have, you hear this music across the wind as Juniper starts playing, and Roland, as it hits you, you feel that inspiration hit. All right. That then brings us to our skeletons. We're gonna do actions for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jumps in. 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 All right, and then these guys are going to load up. All right. Both of the all 4 of the skeletons that jumped onto climbed up the ladder up these ogres' backs. I'm saying they are using the utilize action for the ladders and getting up there. It's going to take them their full 6 seconds. They will not get an attack this round. However, skeletons C, G, F, and H will be making attacks. Since
they are still on the ground and
they are
not on the
still
backs yet.
ground, I am going to go ahead and roll them at disadvantage. So let's see, C and G. They're going to fire up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not going to count mass this time around. Here's what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elena. Natural 1. Next one is Zephyrin. 9 to hit.
No.
Okay. Roland. 9 to hit.
Nope.
Juniper. 17 to hit.
That does hit.
You have +2 for half
Even
cover.
plus with your +2.
That puts me at 15. Yes, guys. I know I'm pretty, but I can math.
Okay, just making sure you know. Just remembering.
Making sure remember the +2.
Yeah,
I
because
did remember the +2.
Okay.
I get it. I'm high all the time.
we're just trying to make sure we don't get you too hurt out here.
Damn, girl, damn.
Next time we just won't fucking
We
remind
just,
you.
we just care
First I
about
hear-
you. That's all.
Neuro
First I
kissed
hear
me about
DM
it.
doesn't let me do anything cool, and then DM just doesn't remind me that I've got +2s and trying to kill me.
Fucking cheap shot at me.
You don't see the arrow coming down. It just kind of shoots wildly into the air, and it gets high. And you're sitting there working to try and finish loading it up, and as you do, this arrow drops straight into your shoulder. You take 8 points of piercing damage. Okay.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day. Gods be damned.
Bet you wish it was my arrow.
Speaking of Elena's shit talk, Elena, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to knock another arrow
Okay.
and aim it at, what is that? Ogre A again.
Great. Go ahead and roll to attack.
$11.
Believe it or not, it fucking sinks
Really?
in. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Roll for damage.
I mean, it's an ogre. The fucker's huge. How can you miss him?
That's basically it. It is slow,
Yeah.
dumb, and huge. It has an
Yeah,
AC
slow and
of
huge, yeah.
8.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I was thinking. Like, you got to get at least more than an 8 to at least hit him.
Yep.
Okay. 5.
How do you want to do this?
Yes.
Nice.
Talk about my arrows.
I'm so
Okay.
happy because the cannon's still loaded that they can get launched at the other one now.
Mhm. I'm gonna take a couple steps forward. Hold on, it's not moving anything. Right? No.
I've set it to where I can only be the one to move tokens. So.
Oh, that's crazy
Apparently
because I just moved it.
maybe it was monster tokens.
I'm going to go ahead and kind of hop up onto the ledge here and just aim it right at, because this one's spine is exposed at this point, right?
Yeah, I mean it's like leaning over, and
I thought its head got like knocked off. It's like off to
not
the
knocked
side,
off,
right?
but like it's
Half of it's gone.
Yes.
So it's like, okay.
Yeah, it's sticking out like through the neck. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna aim for its like spinal cord.
Okay, badass. Yeah. So you knock that short bow, and it sticks in, and basically like as it hits, it's such a strong hit that when it hits that spinal column, it shatters the bones around it, and you guys watch the half face that was there just falls over and off the shoulder, bouncing off of the rungs of the ladders down the way. One of the skeletons that's down on the ground is like, ah! As this half head of the ogre hits it, and the ogre kind of and falls against the wall, all life out of it. When it falls, you know what? I'm gonna do this so that everyone can see. Let's see here, roll to everyone. Why don't I have dice here? Could have sworn I had dice. All right, I don't. I'm just gonna pull it off of Zephyrins here. 1 to 10, it is going to fall backwards. 11 to 20, it's going to fall against the wall.
And essentially set up the ladder, right?
Yes. Rolls a 3. As such, this ogre, you hit it, and it and starts to fall backwards. The skeletons, I'm gonna say, have to make a dexterity 15 saving throw here. Natural 20 on C, 7 on G, 7 plus 3, so that's still going to be a 10, which is not a 15. Coming down, we're going to do, you know what? It's a fucking ogre. Skeleton C manages to jump out of the side. Skeleton G, the ogre, lands on top of it, and you guys see a scattering of bones out from underneath of it as the body of the ogre crushes that and deletes this skeleton as well. So we have those two gone, and that ladder is now down.
Amazing.
Damn.
Bonus action for you?
I'm just gonna make eye contact with Juniper. Just let out a little giggle and then jump down and kind of place myself over here.
Where did you start
It's so hard for you, Elena.
She's on the wall.
I was like a step forward. I'm just taking a step back.
Oh, okay,
now.
okay. I thought you were up by Zephyrin for a second. So, okay. Yeah,
No.
you don't incur the attack. So, perfect.
Okay.
All right. Ptolemy, you were up.
Let's fire this shit.
All right. Who are you firing it at?
Ogre B.
Okay. So, this time around, Juniper, you notice that as you go to aim, you're turning it towards it, but you see that the wall's a little bit in the way. You notice a lever that you had not seen earlier. You reach forward and pull it back.
Oh, a button.
And as you do, the platform that the storm cannon is on starts to rise into the air and twist, and gives you a better angle towards that edge of the wall for Ptolemy to be able to make his shot. Ptolemy, you kind of hold on to the levers as it suddenly starts moving. You twist and turn towards it. You get an eye on the ogre and pull back. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Is that 23?
That absolutely is going to hit. Go ahead and roll 4d10 damage.
9.
9.
The fuck?
Okay.
I rolled 2 1s.
That'll do it.
Yikes.
So this
It's
one,
rough.
even though you guys are able to get more into position, the movement of the platform at the same time of trying to fire it, you were just a little bit too late. And as it fires over, part of the ball clips part of an embankment, or call it that, embankment, whatever, and shatters part of the stone on there, and the other half of this storm ball manages to get past that, striking the ogre in the side. You see this rotten flesh immediately burn and cauterize across its shoulder. It has obviously a physical reaction to it, kind of, but manages to keep its hands on the wall where Roland is currently like fucking Donkey Kong in this thing. All right. Any bonus action for you, Ptolemy?
For me now.
Okay.
I'll move on to my Mastiff.
Okay.
My Steel Defender. I'm gonna have come right up here and go at Skeleton A with a bite.
Okay.
So it's +3 to hit.
Give me a quick second here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So, in combat, Steel Defender shares your initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. It can move and use its reaction on its own, but the only action it takes on its turn is the dodge action. I have checked on this for you. Steel Defender can bite, but it would be in place of your action.
Oh, not my bonus action.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know what? Because I don't want to spend the whole time working on this one, and because it'll actually help everyone out, I'm going to say, because I'm already looking at 2 conflicting things on D&D Beyond, I'll say, fuck it, we ball.
Okay.
Go ahead and let him do a force-empowered rend, which is a melee attack, his
Rule
bite.
of cool. Rule of cool.
Yeah.
So it's 15.
15 to hit.
Well, actually, I rolled a 15, so 21. The force pound rend, so +6 to hit, so 21.
Okay. He is attacking B, or he's attacking Skeleton A.
A. Yep.
Okay. That's definitely going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
1d8 +2. So 8 damage.
Okay. So you have Defender rush over, bites in and starts basically a dog with a bone, right? Just starts tearing away at it. Yeah, okay. Surprised they don't put resistances on here. I wonder if I do. No. Okay. Yeah. Doesn't say it. So just starts shredding this skeleton. Manages to kind of like pull a couple of bones out. Skeleton's still standing, but that does a ton of damage to it. So, anything additional for you? I don't think he has a bonus action, right?
He does not.
Okay. Cool.
Nope. That will do.
That brings us to our ogre zombie. He is going to take a swipe over the wall at the creature that is trying to slam his fingers. That is going to be, let me see here. Okay. It's a 22 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. That is going to be, roll this to myself here. Okay. That hand comes up and over, smashes down on top of you. you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yikes.
He's a big boy. That will, that's gonna be his action. That moves us on to Zephyrin.
All right. I want to. I'm gonna take out my longbow, and I'm gonna fire a shot at Skeleton A, the foot. So he's like stuck there for a minute. It looks like it reduces his speed until my next turn.
Okay.
Then I want to take out.
You have to roll the hit real quick to make sure that you make that. So you kind of fire down.
All right, I got a 25.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Rolling damage. I got a 7.
Okay. Okay. You shoot the skeleton, but you notice that it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you want it to. It does slow it down by shooting into it, but excuse me. You've shot other things in the foot before, and you've seen him have a much bigger reaction. This time, it doesn't quite have the reaction you want. That being said, this skeleton is currently getting like thrashed by a giant metal dog. It's looking really rough. What else do you want to do?
So I want to use my. I'll use my short sword.
Okay.
And then I want to slice at his. Almost like want to try and slice him in half as possible.
Okay, perfect. Roll to attack with the short sword.
Okay, 20.
Okay. That will definitely hit. Go ahead. Actually, you don't need to roll damage on this because he's at 1 hit point. What does it look like as you slice him in half?
Is zombie A?
No, that's skeleton A right in front of you.
Or skeleton A?
Yeah.
Wait, sorry. So you said I take him out?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. So I want to do this cool, like, Michael Jackson spin where I whip out the sword again, where I whip out my short sword, and I just sit on my knees and slice him in half. His body, top half falls to the ground, and then his bottom half kind of walks off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So, like you said, first off the shot, gets him. The short sword comes out, like you said, you go sliding into him, do a little spinning slash, it falls in half. The top half falls over the high wall onto the forest floor below, and the bottom half, really not sure that the top half isn't there anymore, kind of like, and just walks over the short wall into the courtyard behind you. Hell yeah. All right.
I'll do it.
Okay. And that will then take us to Roland again.
All right. So I am going to. I'm gonna unarmed strike skeleton E.
Okay.
That is a 18 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
He gets a 6.
Okay.
And then I'm going to follow up with another unarmed strike, because I'm original.
That's 3 6s in a row for you.
That's 10.
6, baby.
Okay. That will miss.
Okay.
So skeleton E, you turn around and strike him with the flat of your hand. Unlike the arrow, you do feel like you get solid purchase against these bones, and the full amount of damage is taken. You watch the chest, the rib bones that where the lungs would be. You see them kind of like crack in as you strike in, but you pushed it so hard, and there's no skin or muscle or anything to hold it in front of you. It backs up as your second punch goes around. The right hook is too tight, and so you miss it on that second one. But solid hit on that skeleton.
Nice.
Anything additional for you?
No, actually, yes. I am going to move here.
Okay. Skeleton D is going to get an attack of opportunity against you.
Yep.
It's going to hit. Short sword, he takes that out. That's a 23 to hit.
Okay.
And it's 6s all the way down, brother. So you go to step away. This short sword immediately goes across your back. You take 6 points of damage from the short sword. Gosh. All right. Anything? You got your move. You had your action, your bonus action, and your movement. Okay. That will then take us to Voldred, bottom of the order.
I am going to, since I'm being blocked by both Zephyr and Mass, I'm going to kind of just step over here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast a Witch's Bolt.
Okay. At who?
And at the Skeleton B.
Okay.
And it's going to be for 17.
17 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And it's going to be electric damage, which is going to be 2.
Okay, 2 points of damage. So your hands start to glow, and again, lightning all around for everybody here. And it connects with this skeleton, and you start to see the lightning crackle along its bones. I believe, go ahead and check for me, but I believe that you like tether with the skeleton with that witch's bolt, so the next time you come around, you can like reactivate the damage.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Okay. Any bonus action for you?
Quick question, because I just noticed this. Can I use like because I'm so close, can I use like a shove action to see if I can shove him over the wall?
That would be an action.
It'd be an
to do
action.
that.
Okay. Okay. Then never mind. Nope. I'm gonna stay right where I am.
Okay. Cool. That brings us to the top of the order, Juniper.
Hells yeah. Am I up with the cannon and him, or am I still on the ground?
No, you're up on the cannon with him.
Fantastic. So being at that height advantage, I am going to cast Shatter.
Okay.
Not a square, you dingus. 10 foot. Here.
Okay. Yeah, roll to hit.
It's actually a savings throw on your end.
Okay, okay.
A Constitution.
Constitution. Okay. So 2 skeletons. Constitution is +2. God damn it. All right, F. 10 for skeleton F. 17 for skeleton H.
Skeleton F fails. Skeleton H passes.
Okay, and then this ogre. This one's pretty good. Constitution, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. 12.
Fails.
Okay. So what damage do the ogre and skeleton F get?
They're the ones who failed.
Yes.
They take the full amount. 14.
Okay. 14 damage for him. And this is force damage?
Thunder damage.
This is thunder damage.
Thunder damage, okay. In that case...
And it halves on a successful one.
Okay. Skeleton F takes the full brunt. How do you want to do it for the Skeleton F?
Fantastic. For Skeleton F, let me read this real quick. So she's got her vial. She's been playing this melody. And then as she reaches the top and everything plays out, she readies herself and readies the bow of her viol, and she just gives it a screech, but it doesn't sound here.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, it sounds as if it's far off. It would be closer to Roland and Elena. They would hear it as if it's just on the other side of the wall, even. And it just starts this loud, high-pitched, almost as if a dog whistle.
Okay, all right. So, in an odd act of musical ventriloquism, you can see her playing, but you don't hear anything. And yeah, you hear that as this building sound goes across, and you can see the air around these two skeletons and this ogre start to vibrate, almost looking like it's like it's blurring these creatures inside of this circle, and you watch as they all start to shake. Skeleton F explodes, just falls apart. Skeleton H is taken back, as you can see its bones just shaking all around it. It's barely held together. And the ogre zombie also like puts a hand to its head, like as it deals with the pain. That was a great attack. Any bonus action for you?
Yep, bonus action. I'm going to do Bardic Inspiration
Okay.
on Elena.
Okay.
Aw.
Perfect. Bardic's all around.
So then as like that explosion happens, then her melody just kicks right back into where she left off with the haunting sounds.
Okay. Awesome. Hell yeah. That then brings us, let's see here, that was Juniper. So, okay, that brings us to Skeleton B. Skeleton B, Zephyrin is going to attack at you. Brings out that short sword and makes a melee attack at you. That is, yeah, that's going to be 22 to hit.
He's actually going to roll a disadvantage because the Mastiff is going to use his reaction to deflect an attack.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
24. So the first hit was lower, but still hits.
Such a good boy.
He goes to slash at you. This metal robot dog in front of you, Joe, is trying to like snap at him too, and he still manages to slash across and gets you. That is going to be 4 points of damage that you take. Then that will bring us to Skeleton C, who's like kind of looking around like, he's going to dash. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He would just be able to jump up to the wall, but he's not going to be able to take any actions here. Skeleton D will make an attack at Elena. They do short sword attack. 10 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. Skeleton E will make an attack at Roland. 21 to hit.
Yep.
That was E, so we'll do 4 points of damage. Skeleton H is going to use his action to jump up and land on the wall next to Roland. Elena, you are up.
All right. I don't know. I want to use that yet. Okay. I'm gonna do the crossbow again to the ogre.
Okay.
I'm gonna aim for its temple.
Okay. So you move to the wall. You take a shot. Go ahead and roll to attack.
16.
16's going to hit. Roll damage.
6.
Okay. Boom. The arrow goes flying through, hits him in the temple. It's got a hard head, so it doesn't go very far in, but you see this blood start to pour down his face. This black, viscous viscera start to drip down into his eyes. Anything additional for you?
I'm gonna move back here.
Okay. Skeleton D takes an attack of opportunity, rolls a 22. So you feel
All right.
the short sword strikes you across the back. That is 4 points of damage.
Which you have a reaction to taking damage.
Yes. Cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. Go ahead and what is that? An attack roll, or it's just a saving throw?
Saving throw.
Okay.
Well, no, it's a hit. Sorry. So 10. Do they have a 10 dex?
Okay, so you have it's a saving throw, a dex 10 saving throw. So the skeleton D has to roll his dexterity saving throw of a 10 or higher, rolls a 7.
Beautiful.
Okay. So
He's gonna take 21 fire damage.
oh my god. Okay, how does this
Holy,
holy shit.
She said, "Don't
Fuck
touch me."
shit up.
that's a big hit. That's huge.
I'm just gonna kind of like slow turn back to make eye contact with it, and just kind of that same like oil face around my eyes, and eyes are bright red at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna push it out to that skeleton.
Okay, perfect.
And I'm kind of like looking from the side here when Elena's turning slow as her eyes are like glaring red and deeper as she's turning over to the skeleton, like pissed off that he kind of hit her with a sword in the back.
Yep. And you watch as Elena raises her finger and points towards the skeleton that just hit her. That red fire in her eyes, you see it start to blaze up, and then you watch it go through her hand, and fire erupts out of the end of her finger, and it just goes across this skeleton, and you watch as the fire dissipates from her finger, the red starts to fade from her eyes, and you watch the skeleton just fully charred charcoal, and it just crumbles into dust on the wall.
Mommy? Sorry, Mommy? Sorry.
That's your action, your bonus action, and your movement, right?
That's some
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch shit right there. Ah, yes, I love it.
It's fucking badass. Ptolemy, you're up.
I'm gonna look at Ptolemy. You don't mind being up here, right, dear? It seems like it's the safest spot.
It's lovely up here. So Abby, you just did your thing. I'll go ahead and load the cannon for you.
Okay.
You're such a dear.
Cannon's getting loaded. That brings us to the Mastiff.
Gonna go at Skeleton B.
Okay, roll to attack.
Which was what was it, plus D6? D20 plus 6, yeah. 10.
10 on Skeleton B is gonna miss.
For shame.
Yeah. So you go to attack. He pushes forward to make the bite, and the skeleton flicks his sword down and basically parries it into his mouth. So right as it's about to land on its arm or one of the bones, the sword goes into its jaw and it clamps onto it. The skeleton pushes off and manages to slide the sword out of the jaws. That then brings us to our zombie friend. And he starts climbing up the walls and stands up in front of Elena and Roland, 10 feet tall.
Oh no.
At the both of you. Zephyrin, you are up.
All right, I'm gonna help out Mastiff continue to take out Skeleton B. So, let me give him another shot with my longbow. So I'm gonna take a shot with my longbow.
Okay.
So
We got
do some Legolas like shit and like stab and then like shoot like.
okay. I like where you're going with that.
Just ideas. Sorry, I'm just curious with longbows.
I love it. You rolled a +9, right? So you have a 29 that you just rolled?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a natural 20, which means you're going to roll double damage here.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Okay. Well, critical.
Yeah.
20. Yeah, that's 24 total. Let's go.
Yep. 24 total. This one, you pull back. Like, you know what? Like Juniper said, right? You take this arrow, you pull it out of the quiver, you stab forward, stab into like the eye socket of the skull, right? You hear this fracture from behind. You pull it back out, you knock the longbow, and where that fracture at the back of the skull was, the arrow goes straight through, exploding out the back of the skull of this skeleton, and it drops.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome. You have another attack. What are you going to do?
Fucking lay it on that ogre.
Yeah, I'm gonna take another shot at this ogre.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna try and put this one in his eye and blind him. We're gonna go for the blind technique again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack.
So 26 to hit.
That is definitely going to hit. Yes. Go ahead and roll damage.
I made the wrong character. Jesus.
6
Roland,
damage.
you're the first one to mention something. I need you to go ahead and roll a perception check for me. With advantage for you, actually.
With blood covering my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Perception advantage. Roll. That is a 23.
Okay. Roland, as you see him taking shots, you do notice that across his chest, you notice a glowing symbol with a 23. You also notice that it is the symbol of the Temple of Joaquin.
Oh, I thought it was Jordan.
Just so you guys know, a little above the table, somebody has a blessing of Joaquin specifically for this fight. So, anyways, you take that shot. Go ahead and roll damage.
I got a 6.
Okay. 6 damage. You go ahead and shoot through. I will go ahead and let you, in order to try to blind it, I will let you roll one more d20. Straight d20. If you crit and you get a 20 on the dice, it'll be blinded.
Remind me, so how do I, is it the dice on the left hand corner?
Bottom
Yes.
left. Just go ahead and open that, click the top one once, and hit roll.
Got it. got a 14.
Yep. So you shoot, and it like strikes right below the eye, and even like pushes it up a little bit so it can't really see too well, but it doesn't end up blinding it to cause any like disadvantage on the hit. But it was a good attempt. Very close to the 14. All right, that's 2 attacks. Still, have you been hit yet? Yeah, but you're still doing okay. I think you're probably good unless you want to move.
I'm gonna stay where I am for right now.
Okay, perfect. That then moves us to Roland.
All right, I am going to use the shove action on Skeleton H.
Okay. And remind me what that it's a contested athletics, I think.
Let me. Sorry, I got a tiny screen. I can't see.
Target must succeed on a strength dexterity saving throw. DC is 8 plus proficiency bonus plus strength or dex, or you can push it 5 feet and cause it to have the prone condition. You can cause it to have the prone condition. Interesting that it has an or.
Yeah, or yeah.
You either push it 5 feet away or push it prone.
Got it.
Yeah, the 5 feet is what I'm going for.
Okay. All right. So, does it tell you what the save is? What the number?
So the DC for the saving throw equals 8 plus your strength modifier and proficiency bonus, which where's this?
Plus your strength is a -1.
We'll always stealth. I was looking at it. Yeah, -1.
7 plus proficiency of +2, which is 9. Okay. Skeleton has to save on strength or dexterity. It chooses. It's going to choose dexterity. It's a +3. Fucking natural 1. Yeah.
Bye.
You just run up and like football pop, right? Like the lineman hit. You basically hit the chest of it and just send it right over the battlements, and you guys just watch. It shatters onto the ground below. Perfect fucking hit. Anything additional?
And then, yes, as my bonus, I'm going to use Healing Word. Can I do that on myself, or does it have to be someone else?
I think you can use it on yourself.
It says a creature of your choice that you can see within range.
No,
Yeah.
you can cast it on yourself.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I hurt.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll your healing there. 2d4 plus 3.
So that is a 7.
Okay. Add it to your health. Yeah, you are hurting. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you come up 7 extra hit points. So that's your action, your bonus action. Any movement?
Let me see. Yeah, am I out of the range of a because I think I would like move right here to shove him. Would I be out of range for an opportunity attack?
From the zombie, yes. From skeleton E and C, no.
Yeah, I'll move a little bit.
Okay. They will go ahead and make attacks. 13. 15.
Nope.
Okay. Both of those guys take swipes at you as you step away, but you manage to dive past. All right. Voldred.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna try something here.
Okay.
In my inventory, from a previous adventure, I got a potion of Hill Giant Strength.
Okay.
When I take that, I gain a strength of my strength score changes to 21
Yes.
for 1 hour. Okay. So when I do that, can I use my shove action and try to bulldoze the org and the 2 skeletons off the wall? Or is it just one?
I'm gonna say the ogre, even with a 21, you wouldn't. But
Okay.
for funsies, if you're using a potion, I will let you roll twice for the attack for the shove. Actually, no. My guys love to do it. And you can basically try to like separate push them and see if you can pop them off. You will put yourself right in range of that zombie.
Okay. All right, and then no, because I don't want to. We're gonna do something else then.
Okay.
I just wanted to see if that would have how strong that or ogre would have been for me to easily push him off with that strength.
21 is really, really good, but that ogre is
because
probably
it's
800
21
pounds.
plus 8 plus 2. So we're looking at 30 for a dexterity saving throw that he'd have to have. Or save for
by
it.
himself, yes, but you're also going through 2 skeletons that are there.
Okay. Then no. Then what we're gonna do is we're actually going to cast another fire breath.
Okay. Hell yeah.
And I gotta get to it. They need to. Each creature must make a dexterity DC 13.
Okay. That is definitely going to go to all 3 of them. So, dexterity 13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see here. How many fire breaths do you get per short rest?
2 per long rest, actually.
Long rest. Okay. Cool. Skeleton C, dexterity check.
13.
Right? Okay, 13.
Mhm.
5. Skeleton E, 10. Ogre, 5.
They will all take 2 damage.
Okay. So you blow this fire breath at the back of the ogre. It is able to kind of lap around him, but it protects the skeletons in front of him. It does kind of burn up the back of the ogre zombie, doing 2 damage to everybody. So skeleton E looking a little rough. Skeleton C a little bit better as it catches on fire and kind of like tries to pat it out. The ogre zombie doesn't really notice too much, but he is looking rough.
Okay.
Okay.
And that should be it. No bonus action.
Okay. All right. That will then bring us back up to Juniper.
Acting like a mad woman, she's gonna aim the cannon at the ogre.
Okay. Tolimer already loaded it for you, right?
Yep.
Terrific. Yeah. So this time you've aimed and loaded. Juniper kind of like reaching up to the tops of these levers and it blasts forward. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Yeah. Tolimer, can you explain how to do this again?
You're gonna
The
roll
roll.
a d20,
A D20.
and you're gonna add 6.
So 20. Wait, hang on.
22.
Thank you.
Yeah.
22.
Fuck yeah, that hits. Roll damage. That's gonna be 4d10.
That is 32.
Fuck yeah.
32 points of damage. How do you want to do this?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so being shorter and having to like reach up and like grab the levers and pull down, it kind of misaligns the cannon just a smidge.
Mm-hmm.
It pulls it up, it comes back down, and it just kind of rocks. So as the ball is launched, it just hits right of the lower back, right above the tailbone,
Mm-hmm.
and just explodes.
Fuck yeah. So,
Guts and gore.
yeah, it hits there. You see the back explode. You're able to actually see through it for a second and see the skeletons there. All of this meat explodes up, kind of like the old video of the whale on the beach that exploded. You just see that, but then all of that viscera starts coming down. Elena and the two skeletons are gonna have to make dexterity saving throws. You have to beat. You have to beat a 10. So dexterity, take your dexterity modifier, or you do your dexterity saving throw, 10 or higher.
You still have Bardic.
You do have Bardic.
Which is a
17.
17, that'll make it. Skeleton E dances out of the way as all this stuff is coming down. Skeleton C, on the other hand, this big chunk of side just crashes down onto it, and we see it explode underneath the weight of that meat. Both the ogre zombie and the second to last skeleton are both gone. Last skeleton remaining. Any bonus action for you, Juniper?
No.
Okay.
Just gonna call out to Elena. Nice dance moves.
That's a miss. Rolls an 8 for the skeleton against Elena. Elena, you're up.
Fuck him up.
Fuck 'em up.
All right. Gonna knock my crossbow and aim right between the eyes.
Okay.
It's gonna be 13 to hit.
Just misses. Because you're too close to it with that crossbow, you go to take the shot, and it's running at you, and you just go wide as you see the skeleton
about
start
the
like swinging
Bardic?
at you. You do have Bardic Inspiration if you want to use that.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and it doesn't matter. The AC is 14, so if you roll a 1, you will hit your 14. So you do hit with the attack using your Bardic Inspiration. Go ahead and roll damage.
3.
Okay. You strike into the eye socket of the skeleton. It's looking very rough, but it is still standing. Ptolemy, you're up. Unless you've got a bonus action you want to use, Elena.
No.
Okay. Ptolemy.
I can thread the needle. I'm gonna go ahead and level my crossbow at him.
Okay. Roll to attack.
Fuck.
Okay. You don't thread it well enough.
No, I do not.
So that one also goes wide. Any bonus action for you?
Negative.
Okay. Mastiff.
Oh, you can get there, no problem. Roof. Hey, bite him.
Okay. Roll to attack.
So that is 14.
Just hits. Roll damage.
1d8 plus 2. 4 damage.
Okay. As it grabs on and starts to shake, the skeleton starts to come apart. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, so the match is like going up and like going like he's gonna go for like the arm or something like that, and then like when the skeleton goes to move the arm, he just like reaches in and grabs like the spinal cord right inside, like, you know, what should be the torso, and just literally grabs it and starts shaking it until all the bones are just coming, you know, detached from one another, and it just ends up being a big mess. And then, you know, the mastiff just sitting there with the tail and a spine hanging in his mouth.
Hell yeah. Can't explain it better than that. Just done with the spinal column hanging out of its mouth after that. Perfect. Awesome.
He's such a good boy.
He's the best.
And with that, we come out
Get us
of initiative.
down from these heights right now.
It's hard to shoot off a crossbow from up here.
So, you guys, Juniper and Tolomer, you do the secondary lever, and the storm cannon starts to rotate back into its original position and down on the ground. You look around. Our view is going to come up from the group of you for a minute. We are going to fly around the the Iron Spire Keep. As we do, we can see the other areas that have been fighting their own battles. We see skeleton parts laying around. We see the dead bodies of some of the workers and the mason men that have been working on stuff. We see a few knights that have been stationed around. They have also fallen. However, with that, we do see that these skeletons, these zombies, are beginning to fall as well. We see at one point a large bag, a large sack that comes flying over the wall, and it lands and it spreads out. We see a mass of these crawling claws that start towards people, and they're getting stabbed into the ground. We see one guy is trying to get these claws off of him, and one of them comes up and it tears his throat open. And we see this blood and viscera spray through this death and destruction. Though, as you guys finish your battle, we see that the other groups around, utilizing their siege weaponry and the primitive tools that they have, are able to start beating back the horde, and things begin to quiet down for the time being. I think right now is as good a time as any to take a quick bio break. Do a little 8 to 10 minutes. Come back at top of the hour, right? 8 o'clock for Arizona. 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock for Eastern.
Yeah.
Hey.
So, all right.
Tonight, I am actually going to call it early because I need to be up at 3 a.m. because I got a work meeting in the morning and it's 10 p.m. here. So I'm going to it's an adult thing I got to do. So I'm going to see me just run off I just run away from the group for the night.
Okay.
After the battle.
You don't want us to control your character, roll for you?
Is there anything that we're going to need to do for rolling later? If there is, then yes, you can.
Maybe.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
You can take along.
All right.
All right.
Sounds good.
Good night, everybody.
You're gonna do some stupid shit.
You know what? I wouldn't expect anything
Drawing
less.
dicks on his forehead.
Absolutely.
He's drawing dicks on his own forehead. It's wild.
Yeah, it's like the random once a month freaking meeting. So I got it at. Yeah, gotta get up
All right,
early.
break time.
Sounds good. See you
All right,
guys in a
bye.
bit.
Good night.
All right, chat. Let me see here. So, saw Mixo earlier. Let me go to. Sorry, I can't get my camera back in time. Anyways, Mixo, yes, game tomorrow. Posty, I saw that you banned Mixo. Good job for you. I'm proud of you. When you speak from a grown ass man, she loves my maturity, sucks it all up. Yeah, I do. All right, guys, I'm going to be right back. So let me go. Here we go. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Joe, I love your nose piercing.
Thanks. Sometimes I forget I even have it.
I forget about mine all the time.
Yeah.
I got both nostrils and a septum.
Oh shit! I didn't see that.
So, Roland, when are you going to be back in my neck of the woods?
I am.
Right now?
Mhm.
And we're not, like, getting dinner? Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you saw the post or the picture that I posted. So you know the training that I was here for last time?
Hey guys, sorry. Give me like 2-3 more minutes. I'll be right back.
So
No,
the training that I was here
impossible.
for last time was half the size of the one that I'm using now. So I go to class until 5. I come home, eat, and then I study from like 6 until 11.
Got it. So, no time.
Yeah. So I will on Saturday I am like I just have my practical. So if y'all are free, I can go on Saturday because I leave on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Let me talk to Hubs about it, and we'll get back to
okay. Yeah. Once I get done with this,
you. Is it the same area?
same exact place.
Okay.
Same exact place. So yeah, once I get done with this training, then the rest are easy. And I'm trying to score higher so that way I can take a higher practical, which would make me a consultant rather than just an analyst. And then like consultants can like go to plants all across the world and like
Consultants get
help you set
hella
up.
more money.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll pay me a hell of more money, but it gives me better opportunities.
They pay you hella more money, or we riot.
I get
Riot. You know, I bought a used car recently, and we talked about Hubs and I were like, man, we should really call him up and just have him
yeah.
coach us through this.
I honestly, if anyone has questions about purchasing a vehicle, like I will negotiate.
We did it though.
It's very like purchasing a vehicle and like negotiating it is very intimidating. But when you just turn off your like, I don't give a shit. Because like to me, it's gonna sound shitty, but to me, salespeople, especially like high-end purchases, I can't think of them as like people.
Nor should you.
Because their goal is to make the most amount of money off of you when your goal is to get what you want at the lowest cost. And so they're trying to give you what you want, but higher than normal. So there's many ways that you can go about it. And then plus, like some of the packages that they try and give you are complete bullshit. And then there's other ones that are really good.
No,
that
this
you're
was
like,
you're buying the car as is. Like it was, yeah.
What?
yeah, you never have to buy a car as is.
Okay.
Ever. So.
Okay, sorry.
Because whenever I purchased, it's all good. Because whenever I purchased mine, they were like, "No, you gotta buy it as is." And I walked out of the dealership like 6 times the same day, and they would call me back like, "Hey, what if we offer you this?" I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll come in and like see what you have to offer." And then I'd give them more stuff that I wanted, And then they're like, "Oh, we can't do that." I'm like, okay, well, I'll see you later. I'll go grab my car that I let y'all look at, and I'll leave. And they, oh, wait, hold on, come back. What if we do this? And then by the end of it, the guy that I was working with, he was pissed. He was like, "I'm not making any money off of this." I was like, "Good. I don't want you to." Like,
That was never my goal to begin with.
yeah. And I got a spare set of tires for free.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like four brand new tires for free.
Okay, we got Posty.
Elena.
Yeah, here. Sorry.
Jesus. Why are you yelling?
Why are you yelling at me?
Why are you yelling?
It's the next
Stop!
section.
Stop it!
I'm yelling for you.
Yo.
Data collection.
Oh crap! I have to fix it. Okay, hang on.
It's not even.
Oh, I can put Zephron's name on one now. Hang on. I got this.
Sensors reviewed that. Alarming. There's one. I don't give a shit about that. Signal processing.
Okay, sorry. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, here. Okay.
Okay. Trying to give Juniper a little extra time there.
Yeah, you're good. You can talk. I'll listen. I'll multitask.
So, as the horde starts to get pushed back, you hear shouts and cheers go across the fortress, across Iron Spine Keep. You also hear some sadness. You hear crying. You hear some wailing as the keep begins to count its dead. The six of you walk down the steps into the interior courtyard. Corley, you see her stride out from the door of one of the fortress's interior buildings. Three grim-looking soldiers fall in behind you. Fall in behind her. She gives you a wide grin. She says, "My friends, your efforts here have kept us safe, but we need to relocate your siege weapon to a less secure part of the wall. My squires will disassemble and relocate it, so don't trouble yourselves. Please just back away while we work." And they start to go up the stairs and you start going around the siege cannon that you had just been working on. You see them as they walk over. Each of them has a short sword. Corley has I think an axe on her, and they start chopping into the cannon.
Our cannon?
Yeah, the one you guys were just using.
I'm sorry. They are destroying our cannon?
Go ahead and make an insight check. With advantage.
21.
Yeah, they're chopping the shit out of this thing.
Oh, hell no. I gonna start yelling at them and following. Stop! Stop! What are you doing?
You yell at them. Stop. Stop. I'm going to go ahead and reopen the map for everybody. So you see the four of them chopping into the woods that's holding the cannon together, trying to push over the cannon onto the ground. You see them all stop and look towards you, and Corley yells to the other three that are with her and says, "Get him." As you go to attack, you see that Corley, her skin sheds off of her. She becomes faceless, becomes humanoid in shape. You know, with the 21, you realize that she was a little bit taller than what you had originally thought, and she begins to grow as well as she sheds her face. The other knights that were with her, they also shed their personas, and you see a doppelganger and 3 scouts ahead of you. They will, let me see here. Great, and we're going to separate them. Need you guys to roll for initiative.
You guys, I don't think we're getting that money we were promised.
Got a 16.
19.
Okay.
15.
12.
Great.
4.
Okay. I need someone to roll for Voldred.
I'll roll for. What is his initiative?
If you just go here, you know what? I'll do
We
it.
can pull up his
because-
character.
Yeah, you
I
guys
rolled
can
a
pull him up,
14.
but you can't roll his.
Okay. I rolled a 14.
Yeah, he's a +1.
15.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So with that, we will start this. Scout A, who's over trying to attack part of this, sees you guys, or hears the Corley yell. He's going to go ahead and move. So that is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to block Corley. And will draw his longbow out. And is going to shoot. The Mastiff is not going to be seeable here. Before I do this, because I forgot with the break, I will say that you guys did have enough of a time between the end of the battle and them arriving that you did get a short rest. So if anybody needs to utilize their hit die to gain some health back, any special shots. So let's see, for you, Joe, top of your character sheet, there is a short rest and a long rest button. If you click on short rest and then leave the top box unchecked, and then you can use up to 5 hit die. I would say that you don't need to do that if you don't want to, but you can if you want to just get up to the maximum health if you want to use 1 or 2 hit dice. But you can heal 1d10 plus 2, so you only need 4. I would say use 1 hit dice.
All right, sorry, Shane. Long rest or
Short rest.
resting?
And then those 5, you see like 5 check boxes in a row. Click one of them and hit take short rest.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Everyone good?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay. He is going to take a shot at, I mean, the one that he can see best from here is probably going to end up being Elena. So, takes 2 attacks. And longbow. That's an 11 on the first attack. Natural 1 on the second attack.
Neither
So,
hit.
Yeah. Shoots down at you. You're kind of... you're already on high alert from this. You dodge these arrows that come flying your way. Zephyrin, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna fire a shot at Scout A
Okay.
with my longbow.
Okay. These are pretty steep stairs, so I will say that being lower, you are going to shoot with disadvantage, unless you want to kind of like jump onto these stairs and move up a little bit to get a better angle on them.
Can I shoot a sneaking arrow?
Yes. Yeah, you absolutely can. You can see him from here. You can shoot a seeking arrow.
All right. So I gotta make a dex roll.
He's gonna have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Badass. So you automatically are gonna get damage for the arrow, but then if he fails his dexterity saving throw, he will take an additional 1d6 force damage. So let me see here. Scout A, his dexterity is a +2. He rolls a 21. So he does. You hit him, but you do not get the extra damage. So, let me see here. Choose one you see and pass flies from another creature moving around, ignoring 3. If the target is in range, it must make or take damage from the arrow plus 1d6. Okay, so no. Roll. I want this to be fun, so I'm just gonna go with this. Roll an attack to hit with the longbow.
$26.
Okay, that's gonna hit. You're not gonna. You do try to use that seeking arrow to add more force damage to it and learn its location better, but it doesn't give you that benefit. So no extra damage, but you do at least get the hit. So roll your damage.
Sorry, I actually rolled short sword.
Okay, go ahead.
So 12.
12. All right. So we go ahead and why can I not do this? There we go. 12 damage. Jesus. All right. You shoot through. You hear a hit from above. You do try using that seeking arrow. It doesn't hit, so I will mark off one of the arcane shots for you. But you do end up still striking. So anything additional you want to do here? You can take another
Yeah. I'm going to move closer because that
Okay.
was not the best, but all right. How far was that, Shane?
We're going to call that with the jump there, because you probably would have had to jump 5 feet to get up. That's 5, 10. If you've gone 15 feet.
All right, this is good enough. I'm going to take one more shot at Scout A.
Okay.
For longbow.
Roll to attack.
23 to hit.
Yeah, it's going to hit. Roll damage. Yeah. All right. How do you want to do this?
All right. I'm going to run at him, jump up, standing on top of his shoulders. I'm going to take my arrow and just shoot it right through his head.
Okay, so you're getting up on him.
Word of caution, it might provoke an opportunity of attack from the doppelganger because you're moving into his zone of hit.
They won't have. He doesn't have like sentinel or anything. He won't get the opportunity. If he tries to run away from him, he would. That's a good call out.
Okay.
But he won't. So on this though, I'll allow that. So we go ahead and you run up. You jump on top. That longbow comes out and just straight down through the top of the head. He crumples. His knees hit, and you land, and you are right in front of this doppelganger. That is your 2 attacks.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Good job. That was amazing.
That was awesome. What am I hearing?
Oh, I think it's Joe's fan.
Oh, okay. All right. That takes us then to Scout B. Scout B sees Zephyrin run up and just shoot this thing through the head. And he is going to go ahead and he's going to run up on you, Joe. He will
Joe doesn't
flank
have his headphones on. Hang
so
on.
that you're between the doppelganger and the scout. He's going to get to roll with advantage on his attacks here. First attack is, let me see
Just
here.
to catch you up, Joe, Scout B is flanking you and the doppelganger now.
All right.
So rocking a hard place for you. First attack, he rolls a 21 to hit. That is going to hit you. That's 6 damage. And then he's going to go ahead and slash again at you. And that is going to be 16 to hit. What's your armor class?
Oh, 16. Sorry.
Okay. That meets it beats. So you take 6 points of damage on your first one. Your second attack, he slashes across your back again. So 2 quick ones. You take 4 additional points of damage. So 10 total in that attack.
Oof.
That is going to bring us to Roland.
I am going to move up behind Scout B.
Okay.
And I am going to let me see. I'm going to use Primal Savage. Yeah, I'm going to use Primal Savagery. You channel a primal magic to cause your teeth or fingernails to sharpen, ready to deliver a corrosive attack, making a melee spell attack against one creature within 5 feet of you. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 acid damage.
Okay.
After you make the attack, your teeth and nails return.
Okay.
So
let's do it.
that is a... Go ahead.
I was going to say, everyone here, so Roland, Scout B, Zephyrin, and Doppelganger all now have straight advantage because the double flanking. So whatever you rolled, if you rolled a 22, if that was normal, that's perfect.
Yeah, it was 22.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll my damage,
Yeah.
which is a 1.
Oh, no. All right.
But on our strike.
Okay.
I got to roll twice. 17 or 23 was the advantage, and
No one has advantage.
oh, okay. Oh, well, the first one was a 17, anyways.
Okay.
So
that hits.
5.
Yep. 5 points of damage?
Yep.
Terrific. Okay. That's your action, reaction, any movement?
I already did my movement.
Okay, perfect. That brings us to our doppelganger. The doppelganger is going to take 2 slams at Zephyrin. The doppelganger, Zephyrin, as you look over at him, seeing this faceless creature staring at you, it starts to really like shake your soul a little bit. You feel your chest starting to tighten up as he goes to slam at you. His first attack that he makes is 13. Your armor class is
No.
16, right? Okay.
16, yep.
So that one does miss. He will make another attack at you. That one's going to be a 24 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So that one is going to be... He basically, like... Think of it kind of like Mr. Fantastic. As he goes to swing, his hands start to, like, morph and grow. And it starts to look similar to these ogre zombies that you just saw, and they get very large. The first one, he slams down at you. You dive out of the way. The second one comes across, strikes you in the chest. And with that, you take 11 points of damage.
Yeah.
And let me see here. Let me do this and do... Yeah, okay. It's just going to be just you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, Joe.
15.
Okay. So you start to feel this fear tightening your chest. With a 15, you manage to draw upon some of the experiences of your past and shake off this fear, and you do not end up becoming frightened at the end of it. That will then take us to Juniper.
Ooh, me. Okay. So I'm going to take a few steps, keeping stride next to the Mastiff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on the Doppelganger.
Okay, cool.
It's a Wisdom 15 savings throw.
Okay. It's a 19.
It passes. It's fine.
Okay. So you try to mock this creature, and it looks at you, and in response, its face actually like kind of morphs for a second, and you see your own, and it just like smirks at you, and then it goes back to being faceless.
Ugh. I can't wait to rip my face off.
Perfect. Anything additional for you?
I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Tolomer.
Okay. That brings us to Voldred. Who wants to run Voldred?
Tolomer, you have it easily accessible, don't you?
I do.
Go for it, baby.
All right. So, seeing all these shenanigans go down, I think probably. So from here, from the bottom of the steps, or just in front of Juniper, Voltred should have a clear shot at Scout B, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we'll do Firebolt.
Great. Roll to hit.
Yeah, D20 plus 6. Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's okay.
So now?
Yeah. You, Voldred flings
The
out this
dice
firebolt,
thing-
but because Roland is currently in the way trying to attack, it goes right over his shoulder and goes wide into the forest. Any bonus actions?
Negative.
Okay, Elena, you're up.
Is there room?
It's close.
Yeah. I love stairs. Am I able to pass the mastiff here?
Sure.
Okay. I'll just kind of get right here. And then knock an arrow with my crossbow. I'm gonna aim for Scout B.
Okay, roll to hit.
24.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna hit. Roll for damage.
3.
Okay. You crossbow out right into the back of Scout B. He kind of tries to like reach back for a second to get the arrow, and he can't. Any bonus actions for you?
No, not
Okay.
yet.
All right. That then brings us to Scout C. I don't know why Mastiff is on a different AC or on a different initiative order, but he should be with Ptolemy. So
He's just on a different level. That's all.
I guess so.
It's built different.
All right. Scout C is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is going to look down. There's a whole group of people. So I'm seeing starting from Ptolemy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to roll a d6. No, that's a 6. We're not going to use that. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus, Mastiff is just getting fucked today. 2 longbow attacks over the corner of the wall down towards Mastiff. First attack is going to be it's over 20. 23 on Mastiff. That is going to be 6 points of damage on Mastiff. Second attack is less. 9 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay. So the first one strikes into Mastiff. Second one bounces off the ground next to it. That then takes us to Ptolemy and Mastiff.
Alrighty. Can I hop the stairs right in front of Uldred and
Absolutely.
get up here?
Yeah.
By Scout B?
Yep.
Alrighty. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna take my hand axe to him.
Okay. roll to hit.
Actually, with booming blade.
Okay.
Do that, and it's gonna be a 19 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Fuck. 6.
Okay. Looking really fucked up right now. Your hand axe starts to vibrate as you smash into him. It takes him across the chest. He is barely hanging on. Any bonus actions?
Well, technically, I can't use 2-weapon fighting because I cast a spell
Okay.
with a melee attack, but
Yeah.
it's not really. So, no, I can't do anything.
Okay. All right. Then that will take us to Defender. To
All
Mastiff.
right. He's going to go try to finish this guy off.
Great. Roll to attack.
And it's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
That will be
1
HP.
HP. So how does
Let's just see how fantastic it happens.
There you go.
All right, 6 more damage.
Yeah. How does Mastiff tear this guy apart?
So he kind of comes up from behind. So like as I, kind of come up to this guy with like the hand axe, and like I just hit him, and he falls down to his knees.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like starts to fall backwards a little bit. And then the master just kind of comes up and like from behind just clamps down like on his spine and just snaps it.
Hell yeah. So you guys see Mastiff jump up, snaps this guy's neck, lands, and then as Mastiff like shakes and throws him, the body goes flying towards like the direction of the cannon, and as it does, the booming blade spell takes effect as it travels too far away, and you watch as it kind of like sends him flying in and over the ramparts into the forest below. Awesome. All right.
Somebody's getting some good oil tonight.
Zephyrin, we're back up to you.
Alrighty, first I'm gonna get the fuck from over here. So I'm gonna here.
Just so you know, when you leave his range, you leave his reach, he gets an attack of opportunity against you.
So he gets to
So
make
because
like
you
one
were
swing.
Yeah, because you were next to him and you left next to him, as you're running away, he essentially can attack you because you're running away from him. One time. If that changes what you want to do.
Oh, I can go back.
You can go back if you want to.
Yeah, you just gotta go like this in the
Consider
camera.
it a mulligan.
Yeah. Probably wondering how I got in this situation.
I guess I have no choice but to attack.
Okay. How are you going to do that? You going to use your short sword? You going to use your longbow?
I'm gonna go.
So can we
We go dagger.
Okay.
Or no, I'm gonna go short sword.
Okay. You can make 2 attacks with your short sword if you want.
19 to hit.
That'll hit. Do you want to make your second attack just to see if you hit?
Oh, already rolled damage.
Okay. Perfect. Damage.
6 for damage. And then go ahead and roll. 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
9 for damage.
All right. That hits. 9 damage. Slice. You see this blood start to pour out of this guy. Anything additional for you?
Would this be a good time to use my second wind?
What's your health at right now?
So
second
2nd wind
29.
is
Yeah, I would
your
use second
bonus
wind. That's a
action.
good choice.
Alright. So roll d10. Got an 8.
Okay, so you just rolled a d10 and got an 8?
Got an 8, yep.
Okay.
Would that be 8 plus 5?
Yep.
D10 plus 5? Okay. So what's that, 13?
13. Yeah, so
Yep.
you'll hit 13 in your little bar at the top there and hit heal. I can do it if you need it.
Already did.
Okay, perfect.
Can I point one thing out for you? You don't have to do it now, but you do have another thing you can do that's not an action or a bonus action, it's other. That's an action surge that lets you, 1 time per short rest, take 1 additional action, which would be 2 more attacks if you chose to attack on it. You can do everything but magic,
Yeah.
you know,
Do it-
on
you do it
an
now or
action
save it
surge.
for later.
I'm going to save it.
Okay. Rolling.
Roland is going to make his way over to the doppelganger.
Okay.
And then he is going to, as per usual, unarmed strike.
Okay.
Ripping a 19.
Hell yeah, that hits.
All right. 7 damage.
Okay. The the first one hits, you see as the skin around where it hits almost like seems to shift and turn into multiple different people for a few seconds as it like goes through almost like muscle memory, and then shifts back into this formless space.
I'm gonna hit another
Okay.
unarmed strike with a dirty 20.
Hell yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Hit him with another 7 damage.
Okay, nice job. So, you hit them each time like a chameleon that can't quite figure out what color it's supposed to be. You see these changing ripples across its skin. He's looking pretty hurt here. Anything additional for you?
No.
Okay. He then is next up. He will go ahead and he's gonna roll and use these big ogre hands again. He's gonna take a swing at Zephyrin. He's gonna take a swing at Roland. So Zephyrin, that's a 4, so 10 to hit.
No.
Okay, Roland. Okay, hold on a second. That wasn't fair because it hit the other dice. There we go. God damn, it's still the same fucking thing. 24 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. So the first
Since
one.
since the Mastiff is within 5, can I use my reaction to impose disadvantage?
Yes, you can. Okay. Within 5 feet, you impose disadvantage. That is a 10 to hit.
It's not.
Okay, hell yeah.
Good boy.
Perfect. So he makes these swings and misses both of them. Juniper, you're up.
Oh, the bestest boy. We love it. So for Juniper, we're going to go ahead and take out the crossbow
Okay.
and aim it. We are going to come up again. And I'm going to aim at the doppelganger.
Okay. Roll to
I
attack.
did not like that I saw my face. That is a nat 20.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Roll damage.
It is piercing. And that's 11.
Okay, what's the dice?
2d8 plus 2.
Right, so what do the dice roll? You said-
4 and 5.
Okay, so 9, 18, 20 points of damage.
That.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, we double the dice, add the modifier on top of that. You take that crossbow shot, and it, like, right into the neck, and we see the spurt of blood just spray out. He's looking very rough.
Don't you ever put my face on again.
Any bonus actions?
No, I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay. You know what? Voldred's gonna trip going up the stairs. We're gonna move on to Elena.
Okay. Is that one scout still looking down over the edge?
Yeah, he is.
Okay. I'm gonna look up at him and knock a bow on my crossbow and aim for his face.
Sweet. Roll to attack.
Mm, 12.
Okay. Just misses. You swing to go, and as he sees your hand coming around, he goes behind the ledge, and arrow goes into the sky. Any bonus action?
No.
Okay.
I just imagine the sound of that old duck hunter game with the dog. So when you miss the duck, he like pops up and he's like, ah, and then he like goes back down.
Yep. All right. As your arrow goes flying into the air and you see his head disappear, you then see as he comes over the ledge, Elena, and slashes at you twice over the edge. First one is going to be 13 to hit.
Nope.
Second one is 5 to hit.
No.
Okay. So both of you guys are just absolutely terrible right now. Just, yeah, stop it. Cannot make heads or tails of the situation. Ptolemy, you're up.
I will go for the doppelganger.
Okay.
And coming at him with a hand axe.
Great. Roll to attack.
Can I have advantage since he's already engaged with others?
I will say that yes, since the 3 of you are there, you definitely have advantage to hit.
He should be really preoccupied with his neck currently.
Mm-hmm.
The 16 to hit.
That hits.
Alrighty. That's going to do 9 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to run up right after, Juniper's like, don't ever put my face on again. And I'm just going to come up like with the hand axe, like with like 2 hands on it. Like I have like the dagger and the hand axe, and I'm like just right to the neck. And his head just goes in just enough for like the head just like flop over. Like, instead of trying to Juniper, and like he's not gonna be worried about putting a face on when his head's off.
Fuck yeah. Just flops over. You see that's little bit of spinal column and just that shooting blood. As he goes to fall, you see all of you for a split second just Roland, Ptolemy, Zephyrin, Juniper, Elena, Voldred, all of you as he falls and then hits the ground completely faceless and formless at this point. With that, all of you hear from behind as the remaining scout looks at all of you and goes, "It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Zaztam and the Warlord are coming. And when they do, you won't be here anymore, just like I won't be here anymore." And he draws his blade across his neck. The blood pours down his front, and he hits his knees, and he looks at you and goes, "Good luck." And you watch the light fade from his eyes as he hits the ground.
My, isn't he a dramatic one?
Well, I wanted to do that.
The black fog curls, shapes within, in the middle of the courtyard of Iron Spine Keep, begin to part. An imposing figure, as insubstantial as the mist, but infused with more malevolence, glides through the air. The creature's voice echoes around Iron Spine Keep. "I shall make an end to these meddlesome defenders. Once they are dead, the fortress shall be ours." Before you glides an embodiment of malice and terror, a wraith wearing a silver spiked helmet crown. His eyes glow a sickly, cancerous purple. As he looks upon you, his eyes glow brighter, and you hear a sound coming from outside the walls of the keep. As he looks upon you, you hear a rhythmic woomph, 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 getting closer and closer, until suddenly the 6 of you instinctively duck as a massive shape flies over the tops of your heads. You see huge wings. You hear a roar. You see a tail streak above you and you watch as the creature turns up sharply, flying into the sky, into the fog above, and then see as it quickly turns and dives back down, striking the ground below, landing behind the wraith in the courtyard in front of you. Before you stands a huge creature. A dragon with black scales and dark, smoky, leathery wings. You can never get a good look at any one point of the dragon for long, as it feels as if its entire form is shifting like smoke and shadow. It rears back its head and exhales a caliginous gout of shadowy breath into the air. The wraith looks at you and says, "The forces of Zaztam will lay waste to those who defy him." He puts his arms out to his side and begins to float into the air in front of the dragon. You watch as he begins to float backwards towards its chest, and both his and the dragon's eyes begin to glow the same sickish purple. Zaztam asked, "Whom shall I send? Who shall go in our stead?" And so I said, "Here am I. Send me." The wraith merges into the dragon's chest. A purplish glow ignites inside the chest, and the eyes of the dragon burn even brighter. When we come back for our next session, I'll have you roll initiative.
Smash.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Alright, I love you all. Y'all have a good night. I'm gonna go pass
You
out.
gave the bard a dragon to fuck. Let's
See
go.
you, buddy. So, Joe, I'm going to need you back in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, I'll be here.
Nice.
Welcome aboard, Joe.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We got another one.
You know, this was fun. Still got a lot to,
No,
I guess
for
You'll get
sure.
it.
So I
whatever,
wanted
but-
to point out on your character sheet, in the actions tab, and under the all, you'll see actions, the text per action, the one. So you have actions in combat below where you should see your weapons. So you can attack, dash, disengage, dodge. Like, this is all things that you can do to pick from. So if you did not want to attack him in that instance, you could have disengaged, which means he would have lost that attack of opportunity on you, and then you could have moved. However, you did an amazing job on those attacks.
Thanks. Yeah.
And if you click on those words, it'll tell you like what they do. It'll explain it.
Yeah, I just did that and I was like, wow, I guess I just didn't do too much clicking. But
There's a lot on your character sheet.
There's so much on the character sheet. And there's no stupid questions.
Mm-mm.
So, all right, guys. I know it's late around the country, and it is a Wednesday. So,
Tomorrow?
I mean, for the other table, yeah.
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 That's what I mean.
Yep.
That doesn't fucking help me.
Posty will be right here.
Yep.
So,
Oh, that's exciting. I didn't realize that's what you guys were talking about.
yep.
Listen here, Talamer. Show up in chat, okay? Be there in chat. Joe, I
Why?
do stream over on Twitch. I stream these sessions.
Okay, I kind of figured. Yeah.
Yep. So,
Show up and watch a table I'm not invited to. Gosh. Okay.
You can watch me be hella cute at the table, though. Saphira is
yeah.
amazing.
Mm.
I'm excited.
Okay.
Tomorrow's
Which
a fun
I thought
session,
is
so-
hilarious. Oh my
Dude,
god,
he
it's such a
picked the
big
name.
session. I thought that was hilarious. He
Yeah.
comes in with the name Zephron. I'm like,
I know.
Saphira.
He said it, and I was like, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to wait and see what you guys notice.
My
Oh, is
other
that your
character.
other? Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's a tiefling.
Yeah, he said it, and I was like,
Traumatized the
yes.
fuck. The poor girl.
Yep. So,
Her current boyfriend, not boyfriend, has been abducted, his hands cut off and displayed in a room full of hands, ceiling to floor. And that that scream he did, that
Dude.
run, I still get chills thinking about it.
Yeah, man. I jumped when he did it because I wasn't expecting it to be so loud, and I was just like, ah, fuck. Yeah, it
Oh,
was
so exciting.
scurry. So,
All right. Well, thanks so much for the amazing sesh.
you're welcome.
Good, everyone. It's nice meeting you all.
Indeed.
Bye, Joe. It's good meeting you, Joe.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
love you. Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Okay, chat. That was a good time. I appreciate you all for being here. I am going to get going to bed, and you all have